Good evening, everyone. How is it going? Welcome in, Suffer and Safaro, PK, Wombat. How are you going as well? Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out. So good to see everyone. And 3 Illusions. Thank you for the follow as well, my friend. I really appreciate that. We're back again with some more Guild Wars 2, and fortunately now the weekly has reset, so that means we can get a whole bunch more provisions tokens, which is very exciting. We're very excited about it. Look at all these things we can now convert. And thank you, Jonas, for the follow as well. I really appreciate that. Let's buy many of these. Can we just like juice them? 20. Yeah, we got like a few. So let's just see how many we can actually get. Good, we can do those ones. Once I free up this character's storage, then I will move it elsewhere. Okay, so let's head over to, I think this one. Yeah, it's sort of the character that we've been gravitating to all the time. And good news, it doesn't look like there are any significant streaming issues today, which is good. We'll see what quality is actually being fed to Twitch. Yep, we are doing 1440, 1080, 720, 480, and 360. Nice. Whilst also multi-streaming to YouTube. So that's good. Encoding overloaded. Bah. Okay, it's probably honestly just when we're loading. Maybe. We shall see. Okay, that is the CPU that is getting cranked a bit there. Okay, that's good to know. Let's see. Get that a minute. Let's not go. Let's actually go into one of these other areas. And Lexington, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that, mate. And Rune, how are you going as well? It's so good to see you. Angry Phil, you're at 3 or 4 gifts of craftsmanship for legendary underwater sigils. That is fantastic. Hell yeah. I'll be joining you very shortly. We'll see how many provisions tokens we can get done. Who needs more than 1 frame per minute anyway? Yeah, aren't slideshows just objectively the best form of communication? Okay, there we go. It's loading. Due to rendering lag. Let's try. What happens if I disable the preview? Okay, that is still in a little bit of struggle town. Can we change anything? No, that's just going to go auto. You know what? It's going to be what it's going to be for a bit. Actually, let's actually... No, I know. Yeet. We'll just start yeeting things. We need to free up that real estate. That's it. What else here can not be here? Parsec does need to be there. Well, actually... Parsec also doesn't need to be there right now, so that can actually go, because that's just going to be vibing out and doing its thing. Let's go buy things here. Let's buy those. Perfect. And let's start closing more things. Oh, just getting a few achievements done for alt parking. Hell yeah. What achievements are you working on? Okay, so what seems to be the issue... Let's bring that. You live there. So, CPU... Okay, so CPU, you need to be brought down. As long as it's not at 100, it's fine. Oh, the Wizard's Tower Portal Scroll, very nice. Yeah, that's going to be super handy. started playing Mechanist yesterday. The class is so damn nice and chill. It really, really is absolutely crazy how chill it is to play. Okay. Oh, thank you for the stretch care. I appreciate that. Thank you for the hydrate as well. Can also do... I'm just changing settings live and on the fly. 80, okay. And nay, CPU upgrade stream 5900X is down 50%. 12 cores might come in handy. That would actually be like really, really good. Okay.
I swear I won't harm you.
These are faction provisions we need. No, it's actually probably because we've pushed too many streams to Twitch. That's fine. It's just probably going to be a bit stuttery for a bit. What happens if I set this to 3 instead of 4? You know what? Let's do it. We'll be right back. That's the wrong screen. Everyone keeps talking to me about machines coming to take our jobs. But you know what? I just don't see it. My job is so demanding, so technical, so difficult. There is no way the robots will come for me. Not a chance in hell. Oh. Well, it's time for Hill Mechanist. I, for one, welcome our new Jade Mech overlords. Ever since End of Dragons launched, we've been living in a world ruled by mechanists. We have 2 outstanding DPS builds, a phenomenal Alacrity DPS build, and today we're covering the absolutely incredible Heal Alacrity Mechanist. We want to play one of the easiest, highest damaging builds and simply mash a couple keys and watch this happen.
You have my sword.
Do you want to play a DPS build where you do not care what the rest of your team is doing because you are one of the most self-sufficient builds in the game? Do you want to play a build where you can customize it to provide all manner of useful utility to your team to carry them through even the hardest of content? Well, today, your prayers have been answered. We are covering the majestic Power Soul Beast.
So it begins.
Welcome back, everyone. Power Soul Beast has been my go-to power damage build for the last few weeks, and I have been enjoying it to an astounding level. Here we have godlike levels of burst damage, so anything you find in open world is going to die exceptionally quickly. You are incredibly self-sufficient due to the baked-in boon extension that your build has, so you're always going to be having more boons than the rest of your team. You have the option to customize your build for some amazing utility. You've got group-wide Aegis, stability, damage reduction, boon extension, group-wide stun breaks, and outstanding level. Pet like every other ranger build does. Here you can merge with your pet by entering beast mode. So here your pet will give you extra attributes based on the type of pet that you have, and it will give you access to 3 new beast skills that are similar to your pet skills that you can activate at any time of your choosing. Soul Beast is basically a purely offensive elite spec which rocks both great condition damage and power builds, and I have personally enjoyed playing Soul Beast for years since it launched with Path of Fire. Like every ranger build, we first need to cover off on the pets that we need. Here you can actually be fairly flexible with the pets that you use. However, for Power Soul Beast, they at least need to be a ferocious pet, i.e. There we go, sorry about that. That should be all good now. Yeah, we've just gone and reset things back to a much more moderate preset. Okay, so we have figured out that the encoding 5 different streams and sending to Twitch doesn't work, but encoding just 1 does, and I think 3 actually works as well. It was actually just having some issues reconnecting, but excellent. We are all good now. And yes, thank you, Stark. We are raising money for Tyria Pride. We're doing it for the entire month of July, so any donations towards a Rainbow Railroad will be massively supported. Okay, there we go. Everything is all set up again now. That is good. Okay, so the next change next time will be... Did we do 1440? I think it might actually be. We do 3 streams to Twitch, and we do 1080. I think that's probably the best idea. So that way we get 1080, we'll get 720, we'll get 480. That should still be entirely achievable. So where are we at now? You know what? Yeah, I think 1440 might be too much for your CPU. Yeah, I think that's actually what the issue is. And now this OBS teleport, that can push that back up to 90. And then yeah, we can see our Ethernet going up there as well. Yeah, I think actually 1440 might be a bit too much. It's actually entirely a CPU issue. It's not a graphics card issue at all, which is odd given that we're just rocking a the 4060 Ti. See, that utilization wise does not care. That is totally fine. It is entirely the CPU side of it. But excellent. That's all somewhat stable for now. So good, we've figured that out. So that means CPU shopping. Okay. Easy case gear. Alright, now CPUs. I like rocking AMD. Okay, so bam, 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 bam. Let's see what we've got to work with. Okay. It's crazy. This is what we're rocking right now. The 5600X, and that at the time was actually pretty good, but now we're struggling a bit. Honestly, we're probably 900 XT. Two left. Let's see. What are you rocking? Wish they were that cheap when I live. PC components in Australia have actually come down a fair amount as well, and also CPUs weren't really impacted too much by all the crypto shenanigans. Graphics cards were awful at the time when I was building this PC. But okay, everything is nice and stable now. So how much? What? Show me the specs, actually, what I want. What socket does it say? Required. How much are we going up? Whoa, okay. Well, actually... So the X not XT should be 280, let's see. And Mr. Lucky, watch for AMD 3D. Yeah, that would be pretty sweet as well. Let's just see. So we got the 3D ones. So what is the main benefit of the 3D ones? And your socket is AM4. Yeah, honestly, like if I'm doing a CPU upgrade, it's probably going to be a motherboard and RAM upgrade as well. Like they just basically always come paired, really. Just contemplating because I've got some few extra old components that I can sell. Yeah, I can make it work. Okay, so the X3D, so 7600 X3D. Yeah, 3DX will make Guild Wars 2 run better as well. Oh, X3D, yep. I have heard like people get... Nice, I love how they've literally just plugged Linus and Gamers Nexus here. The biggest issue, actually, is that Guild Wars 2 is just so ridiculously CPU bound. Like, that is entirely just the problem that we're dealing with. See, if I go processors up here, like Guild Wars 2, even right now, I'm just sitting here, just chilling. That's 30% of the, yeah, that's 30% of the CPU just gobbled up by it, which is unfortunate. They really don't make it easy. Depends on preference. If you want a $300 upgrade, then CPU only with same socket. If spending 1 to 2k is fine, you can do CPU, motherboard, and RAM. Yeah, that's the thing. If we swap out... as soon as we swap out the motherboard, like, yeah, it's going to be around that point. You have to go from a 500 to a 5700 X3D, and it was night and day difference. Oh, I can imagine it would be. Yeah, I think we might think about that. Do we have to do Aurene, Axe, or Clobe Yarn? Any idea on which journey is more fun? Clobe Yarn's way more fun. It's actually got a bit of a journey tied to it, as opposed to purely just the Aurene stuff is really just a material sink at the end of the day. But yeah, if you want a fun journey, Clobe Yarn's much more fun. It's actually got, you know, somewhat lore components tied to it. So I'd recommend doing that. Okay, let's do faction provisions now. You start saving for a new PC, just check your CPU and it's running at 99. Yeah, I think that would actually be a really good idea. What is, if I go AM4, so AM4, okay, CPU benchmark comparison.
Please.
How much could I get away with? So if we were to compare 5600X, that's what we got, and we'll compare that, add another CPU, yes, okay, to a 5900 XT. That's as high as I could push it. 5900 XT. Compare. Oh, damn, yeah, that's actually way more recent that came out last year compared to 2020. Yeah, even whatever the CPU mark is representing there, that is double the performance gain. Them AU prices 2 times? Yep, AU prices are 2 times. That's not uncommon. Okay, so let's check here. So we've done that one. Can I refresh that page? Some of these links are broken. There is on Amazon. Okay, I can like compare prices on Amazon later. But yeah, I do really like PC Case Gear. I've bought PC components from them for absolute years, and I've never once had an issue with them. Just check everything else is all stable. Okay, yep, that's fine for now. So yeah, it's good to know we're actually entirely limited by CPU now. The wiki is actually struggling with provisioner stuff. Hang on, so let's see. We've got leggings, pants. Okay, so we actually want Assassin's Crate Machete. Let's do this now. Let's also turn on Blishard.
Commander, over here.
Crate, a machete. Let's get 7. Got those. And here we want the first one, which is Carrion Crate Slayer. load up on 7. It's top 1 Valkyrie crate shell. Yeah, it's annoying that the wiki is actually down a little bit. It's not actually the cheapest here, but it's also like 1 silver more than the next one. Okay, so we've done that one. We've done Auric Basin. That is complete. So I'll do Tangled Depths next. And yes, go do some Surf Flop cuddles. They absolutely deserve it. But yeah, if your PC's at like 99% just chilling in Guild Wars 2, you could definitely warrant an upgrade at some point. Just tossing up. No, I gotta stop trying to use the server to do it. I gotta stop it. Like, it will actually just be worse. No matter how much tinkering I do, the server is not designed for that. It's going to introduce so many more issues for me.
Commander, over here.
Let's grab that. And that. Oh, already on stream budget, so it's going to be a while. Oh yeah, definitely work with what you've got for the time being then. Like, obviously only do an upgrade when it makes actual like financial sense to do so. Because I'm just tossing up the order in which we do things and when makes the most sense. So I think what we can do very easily, because if I can, I would very much prefer to avoid a dual PC streaming setup. Like, if I can, it introduces a lot more issues and just a lot more complexity that I would be much happier just to avoid. So if I can keep things on the one rig as much as possible, that is ideal. So now that we've decided on flower strat, does that mean we don't have to run Condivert anymore? I believe so. Because I figure, as far as I understand it, I don't actually understand a lot of the strategies as much as I rightfully should at this point, but my understanding is Condivert is definitely much more required on unit strat than it is on flower. So if we're not doing that anymore, then yeah, you can kind of run whatever you want. So maybe if you want to run something else to make the damage a bit easier to work with, don't see why not. I think what we will do, what's that? I've actually just grabbed the YouTube link. That's fascinating. Berserkers. Great shell. Let's get 7. And here we go. Condivert and CSM, imagine as well. Like, I'll definitely personally be running Condivert because the ping that I have to deal with is way higher than what anything else would be comfortable on. Especially dodging the orb drops. Carrying crate star, 7. So yeah, I'm just tossing up, working through in my head right now exactly what our streaming setup can be. For the immediate future, I think the most sustainable thing is not doing the Twitch enhanced broadcasting. Encoding one 1080p 60 stream, sending that to Twitch, just bog standard, regular streaming setup. Carrying, what was that? Knight's Crate Warhammer. We can then send that single stream to YouTube as well, so we can just multicast. And then if we encode one more stream, so then we're effectively only encoding 2 streams, we can stream to vertical as well. And Twitch Enhanced Broadcasting is the 1440p stream. To do the 1440p, you need to do the Twitch Enhanced Broadcasting. That's the only way it's available. But even before that, what you can do is basically it will encode multiple versions of the stream. So even if you're not doing the 1440p one, you can do the 1080, the 720, 480, 360, and you can just code as many, basically up to 5. And then yeah, you can send them there as well. So that way, instead of having to rely on Twitch to give you transcoding, so other people can watch your stream in different qualities depending on their connection, it means you do it. So it relieves the pressure from Twitch and puts it back on the user. But what it does mean is that, especially for like 1440, it actually gives you access to the H.265 encoder, which you don't normally get, because normally you get the H.264 one, which is not a great encoder, just because that's all Twitch has actually available at this point. But doing that means you have to encode 3 to 5 versions of the same stream. But yeah, so what I'll do for the foreseeable future, until I can wrangle and like justify a CPU upgrade, is yeah, we'll just do one stream to Twitch and then just rely on transcoding, and then we'll send that to YouTube, because that's only actually going to count as one transcode, because we're just like mirroring it directly to YouTube, so our internet can handle that. And then we'll do one more to YouTube vertical as well, and that's entirely doable on the one. And then once we do a CPU upgrade down the track, then I can probably better wrangle. Just tossing up. If we juice the CPU component of it, how much of it could we offload to the CPU? Yeah, from what you understood, the main benefit of Flower Strat is that opens up the build choices, but you don't know very much about the fight and strat. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, you can run more melee stuff, but it's lower DPS if you recall. Okay, well, lower DPS would not be ideal. And how are we doing on proficiency tokens now? 76, cool, so we can get another one. That is hype. Let's also blast out our weekly Collapsed Observatory puzzle. Because yeah, if I am eventually going to upgrade the CPU, I'll want it to be... I don't want to half-ass it. I don't want to be like, oh cool, I'll upgrade it just for what I need it for the immediate future, and then have to, you know, upgrade a few years down the track. I want it to be good for like another 6-7 years, like as much as I can. Whilst also trying to find like a good point where it's not absolutely insane in terms of cost. Let's grab that.
That looks valuable.
Because if I can get everything done just on the single PC, that would be way easier. Because even right now we're using Jess's PC to encode the YouTube version of the stream. That's actually way more complicated than what we had before. Or... let's just reset that now. Yeah, best choice would be an AMD X3D chip. Yeah, I'm thinking that's the case. But yeah, if we were to go... where are you? So if we were to go X3D, yeet all that. That can go. 8000s, they can go. CPUs. Actually, let's bring them all up again. anything that has X3D. No, that's gone. So 7900 X3D, sort by price, low to high. Sven, what's up? How's it going? 7600 X3D. What we're looking at CPUs for? Eventual PC upgrade. Because we're running into sort of like capacity issues. Well, just like CPU bottlenecks at the moment for our streaming setup. So we've had to like even take the stream offline for a minute to actually bring things back down, despite the stream test that we were doing. Drew, welcome in, Raiders. My name is Connor, or ConnorConCarne, and you can also check me out on my YouTube channel there, where I do all sorts of Guild Wars 2 guides. Everyone go check out Drew over on Twitch. What is up, Drew? It is so good to see you. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. And whilst Riot Rose, welcome in. Alex Oldman, Break, Not Pure, Joyce, appreciate you all. Drew, what'd you get up to on your stream? Tell us all about it. Right now, we are doing some weekly shenanigans in Guild Wars 2 and a little bit of eventual CPU shopping on the side. We're tossing up what an eventual practical CPU upgrade would be, because we're actually being sort of limited by our CPU right now. We're pushing things too far. We've bought our PC. We're going to use all of our PC, but we're using a bit too much of it. So we're trying to find what upgrades make the most sense, because Guild Wars 2 really CPU bottlenecked, so that actually needs a bit of an upgrade. But I'll be going very, very well, Drew. Thank you so much for popping in. And Permy, tragedy has struck. The world won't be the same after tonight. Your neighbour's cat often comes to sleep with you, but has now discovered your sofa blanket is much softer than your leg. Oh no. I'm so sorry to hear that. Is there a Discord website with all the Sarah CM builds that work well? Probably Void Lounge, I think. Void Lounge has a distinct section for... it has a distinct section for Ceres. I did Dungeons and Trials in ESO tonight. Oh, nice. Servers went down for a minute, so sent the crew over for some Guild Wars 2 content. Well, thank you so much for sending your community over here. I really appreciate that. Yeah, right now in Guild Wars 2, we're going to be doing many things, but we are in the midst of getting our character in full legendary gear, because we just did last week. We finished off all of our legendary sigils for main hand weapons. They're all legendary, so now we're starting to look at underwater sigils as well. Madigan, welcome in. It's great to see you. And if I were, yeah, but Void Lounge only has Condivert as boss DPS. Okay, then there might be a separate Discord. I'm not aware of it though. I'm sure there is one. Sparse would almost certainly know. Sparrow, how are you going? It's great to see you. Really appreciate you popping in. And I'm not sure how well it works. Maybe we could offload the encoding to a second GPU like an Intel Arc card. I'm not sure how well that works. Like, I like that idea. And that is the very... I have thought about that same idea quite a few times. I think when it comes to OBS, it doesn't like you having multiple GPUs. I think this is... I'm not across all the details, but I know a lot of people have asked, like, you know, if I have one GPU in there that I use for gaming, can I tell OBS to use the other GPU to actually do the encoding? Most of the information I've seen has been like, no. Like, no, it's a really sketchy thing, don't try it, it's going to be, like, super unstable. Just going to kill that there. But yeah, like, for the games that we play, our graphics card is not the problem. It's actually entirely the CPU. It's just Guild Wars 2 is a CPU-intensive game, and OBS does occasionally require the CPU to just render things, just actually do all the calculations it needs. You saw about yourself out on grinding OB armor after doing Twilight. So love you some Guild Wars 2, but haven't been playing as much. Oh, doing a full set of obsidian armor is huge. As someone who's done that, like tail end of last year, I did a full set of obsidian armor and 5 accessories as well, 5 legendary accessories, and it was a lot. The obsidian armor especially, it's a real grind. Yeah, but Afari, what kind of DPS would you like to also play, if not for Condivert? You did use your Intel Arc card for streaming coding, but that was a few years ago and it worked alright. Oh yeah, like an Intel card in and of itself would be totally fine, I think. Because I have heard like really good things about them for stream encoding. in particular. I think it's the combination of having like one GPU in there and a second one for encoding. I think that's the point where you start running into issues. Let's go do veterans as well. Okay, so let's see. Okay, yeah, it's the second GPU in the system, not your main one. Okay, well, if you were able to get it work, like, more power to you. That's a good idea. I wonder if we could. Because I was tossing up at one point. No, let's go tier 1. I was tossing up at one point, getting like an Intel GPU and throwing it into our server and then passing that through to a VM and using that as our streaming PC, because they are like obscenely cheap for what they can actually do. But I remember as well, I mentioned this yesterday, but the YouTuber E+Fox, one of the main people I'll look to when it comes to streaming sort of setup information, they're talking about how they were using, I think they were using a X3D CPU, and they were just like throwing everything they could at it, and they were doing like monstrous encoding on it. Switch, welcome in. What advice can you give you as a person who's had a hard time playing due to forever alone syndrome in the game and have had a hard time focusing on PvE weeklies and dailies? You love this game, been playing since launch, but you always play alone, and that burns out your drive when you do play. It's a very good question. No, let's go here. I think the obvious answer to the question is try and find a group of like-minded people to play with as best you can, and even if you don't necessarily play with them all the time, it's quite often like, sometimes you might just want to play Guild Wars 2 alone, just do your thing for a little bit. And yet the fact that there are always people around doing things is a very sort of just inherently cooperative game, means you're always going to be kind of like finding people. But if you can find that, that community that you want to play with, and you're always more than welcome to join our guild as well. But even just some people they can hang out with and chat with occasionally, that will also really help. They try and find a guild group of friends. Yeah, I think that's the obvious answer. And yeah, when it comes to find the motivation to play, even if you're not focusing on the dailies and the weeklies, because honestly, even depending on where we are in the Wizard Vault season, I may even just completely neglect dailies and weeklies as well. They also don't hugely motivate me beyond the initial influx of gold that we get. So you do sort of have to find a separate goal to help push yourself towards, be it some sort of legendary or some achievement threshold or some particular thing you actually want to do in the game. Oh, it's risen, hell yeah. But yeah, if you can find the group of people to play with, even just there's some people who enjoy the same type of content that you do, that you can just hang out with, chat with, shoot the shit with, you're going to have a good time, and then try and find those goals outside of dailies and weeklies to dive into. Absolutely, yeah. Just type your account name in chat, and I can flick you an invite there, Kyle. And yeah, like double mace, hammer, untamed ranger, yeah, that would be totally fine. Actually, I think, yeah, people are saying mace has been nerfed at some point in the past, which, yeah, definitely 100% has. I think meta was mace, mace, axe, axe, but yeah, it will still be totally fine. Let's go Lion's Arch. Now, you are most welcome. That's what we're here for. Now, onto the CPU shopping again. Okay, if we're going X3D, no, nothing there. We'll just put X3D. Only show me things with X3D. What we've seen, it's in all Berserker? Yeah. It'll basically be all Berserker. An awesome Maroon. Hell yeah, I'll send you an invite as well. Okay, there we go. You have been invited. Did I even search for X3D? Okay, here I did. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, that's kind of the price point where I'll be like, no, that's impractical. Because if I'm going for something like this, I'm going to have to go for a motherboard RAM upgrade as well to accommodate it. And honestly, that's kind of approaching the point where we'd probably need a power supply upgrade as well. Oh wait, I'm also going to need another cooler. I presume these don't come with a cooler. Yep, so I'm going to have to do that because the all-in-one cooler would have to go as well. So it's a ongoing just domino effect. I think it might actually be the 700 X3D. Threads. If I was going to upgrade down the track, I feel like it would be to a 7800 X3D. I feel like that's probably a point where it's a significant enough upgrade. Hang on, let's compare 7800 X3D. Give me another one. 7800 X3D. Alright, let's compare. Any CPU aficionados there? I'm looking at these numbers here, and obviously they won't tell the whole story, but a 5900 XT, I think, would actually fit in my existing like AM4. That should actually fix. I could go 5900 XT. I probably wouldn't even need to change anything else out. I wonder how, like, honestly, that extra cache is incredibly nice, but even the cache on this one here is like double. But that means I could probably get out for a $600 upgrade eventually compared to a, what would probably be a almost $1,500 upgrade. Oh, what's the goal here? Missed out of this episode. Well, right now we're sort of blasting out a whole bunch of our weeklies, because that's always good to get done. We got some more provisions tokens. That's probably a good thing as well that you actually missed the very start of the stream as well. We had a whole bunch more technical difficulties because we've been shuffling our stream setup around a bit, and what we're actually finding is we're CPU bottlenecked a fair bit at this point for our current goals and aspirations when it comes to streaming. So we're sort of tossing up what we can do to fix it. I mean, the immediate solution for me is to actually not try and bite off more I can chew and actually just like stream one round of 1080 60 to Twitch and then mirror it to YouTube and do one more encode for the vertical stream, and then everything's going to be fine. But yeah, what we were trying to do, and we flew too close to the sun, we were using Twitch's enhanced broadcasting to do 5 encodes, one of them being 1440p to Twitch because we had that new toy to play with, which the 5 streams there is too much. Or we can say steer clear of the recent Intel CPUs. Yeah, I've not heard good things. Even when I upgraded our server a few months ago, I went slightly older Intel, a 12400, I think, so one that didn't have the issues that the 13th and 14th gen had. So yeah, I was very aware of those issues, and I'm like, well, I want the Intel. I'll send you an invite, Kyle. I wanted the Intel CPU for the quick sync encoder for the built-in GPU, because one, it actually makes it far easier for me just to not have a GPU in the server, and also because it's very good at like encoding. Yeah, the issues are nuts. Yeah, so I think the one that I got didn't have those issues. Fermi, last time you were shopping for PC parts, you actually bought DDR5 RAM, which your PC wasn't ready for, so you built a new PC. I love it. Let's go into Ruin City of Ra. Oh, you have an Intel 7700K, so you feel out of my depth now of PC parts. Oh yeah, you're quite a way back then. And let's also go Berserker, and I've got a Power Vindi here. And Force and Stamina, nice. That will never not be fun. Like, there's nothing wrong with rocking an older PC, like, especially if it's still sort of meeting your needs, because like PCs can actually last an obscenely long time. Even in our, like a few years ago, in our living room, I got a 12-year-old just desktop PC, like an old office PC that someone was selling on Facebook Marketplace for $40, and that thing is still going like an absolute tank. Is that Nara solo? Only in the sense that we are killing Risen very quickly. Oh, 192 gigs of RAM. Good lord. So Scorpion, you might have a good opinion on it. What would be of a... Where are they? Currently I've got the 5600X. A Ryzen 7 7800X3D would be a significant upgrade with a shit ton more cache, whereas a 5900 XT, comparable in price compared to the Ryzen 7 7800, but the price for me is actually more or less identical, but it's got lower cache, still double what I've already got now. Ton of cores there as well, so that might actually be pretty hype. Do you have any suggestions for what I might actually get like a bigger benefit from? And if you don't know, that's totally fine. And Heafy, welcome in, and it's great to see you as well. The extra cache is just way too good for Guild Wars 2. Okay, so in what way does the cache help Guild Wars 2? I understand that it does, but what's the big benefit of it? Aren't the X3Ds so good for MMOs like Guild Wars 2? Yeah, like I know they're really good. I'm trying to pinpoint like how good, because me going up to a X3D means a motherboard and RAM and cooler upgrade as well. So it's not just a it's not just I'm swapping one $600 component for another. I'm swapping a $600 upgrade for a $1,500 upgrade. There we go. So 2 more rounds of that. And honestly, like for me, the FPS in Guild Wars 2 actually isn't really that much concern. I limit mine to 60 anyway, because I'm streaming at 60.
Speak.
Okay. I will create a spreadsheet and decide on the options. Like, to justify like a bigger motherboard RAM upgrade, that's very much a later this year kind of thing. And what FPS numbers do you get? Hang on, let me unlimit this. Frame limiter, unlimited. Yeah, so here in Dungeon we're at above 100. Yeah, unlimited. I'm playing at 1440. Oh, that's low ping, nice. That's exactly what happened to you. DDR5 RAM went upgrade motherboard, which meant swapping to AM5 sockets and you cool on CPU. Might as well upgrade your GPU from 30 series. Then, yeah, honestly, like at that point, yeah, you are just at new PC. Like at that point. That's the really annoying part about doing PC upgrades. Oh, you found Sarah's Discord, but seems pretty dead. Sorry to hear that, Afaro. Are there any guides at all linked there? I mean, hang on. See, if we go into... Like, we're wandering around Lion's Arch, we're getting like 70 FPS. But yeah, I'm actually... I know, I'm running a... Most of the time I'm running a single PC setup. Technically, right now, I'm running a dual PC setup because I'm sending this... I'm encoding Twitch on my main rig, and I'm encoding the YouTube one over on my fiance's computer at the moment. But effectively, it's single. Are we still tormented with 200 plus ping in Australia? Yeah, always will be, unfortunately. You're on 4790K, 1070 Ti, 1440 pin. You get mostly around 100 FPS. Oh yeah, like if you're just playing Guild Wars 2, it's totally fine. And if I was just playing Guild Wars 2, I would not even be considering an upgrade. Like everything we've got here, 5600X and 4060 Ti is entirely sufficient. In fact, it is overkill for most Guild Wars 2. It's the streaming side of it. That's the part that's causing us some consternation right now. And you're most welcome, Carl. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you. Best because the issue that we were running into is when we were doing Twitch Enhanced Broadcasting and we were encoding 5 separate streams. It would have been 5. I actually probably should have set a limit rather than auto. I'll try that again next time. We'll do it at 3, see how it goes. Then the CPU was just getting maxed out. But not all the time, only sometimes. And when it happens sometimes, that's when we get a whole bunch of drop frames. Because OBS is totally fine when the CPU isn't maxed out, but as soon as it's maxed out, bam, drop frames, even though we're using a graphics card for encoding. Complete 10 events and a strike mission, and identify many pieces of unidentified gear easy. Frames missed due to rendering lag, those are oddly high. Yeah, it depends on whether you'd sacrifice a bit for better game performance, or whether you're more stable and cooler setup while streaming. Yeah, it's tricky, but may lose some FPS in gaming. That's the thing, it's always just, it's trying to find that balance, and also trying to maximize what I have. And here we go in Mistlock, where there's a whole bunch of peeps, we're chilling above like 60, but I always just limit it to 60 there anyway. Cool, I can just identify all these. And also because like we do have the capacity to do a dual PC Just thinking. Is that easier? I feel like just percolating. Yeah, that's if I had unlimited budget, then yeah, it's totally fine. Because I do have the capacity to rock a dual PC setup, because Beyonce gestures most of her work on a MacBook, but she does have a gaming desktop there. Now, currently, that has an AMD 5600 XT in there, which is not ideal for Twitch streaming. Absolute banger value card, although it was not good value at the time. We built it when crypto was absolutely cursed, so that graphics card back then was $1,500. It was unhinged what the prices were back then. Don't judge me. So shit, imagine money. But if I went and just did another 4060 Ti, even that, no. At that point, I'm better off just doing a CPU upgrade. We did cards. What can I even get? What's a 3060 going for? Nah, but even that's not that great. What are Intel Arc prices in Australia? Let's see. Like, actually, what I'm kind of leaning towards, tentatively, is that. Not because I'm not actually concerned about better performance in Guild Wars 2. I actually just want as juiced of a CPU as we can, so I have enough overhead in OBS, so then OBS isn't going to be limited by anything. But in terms of Intel Arc prices, graphics cards, Intel, they're actually not bad. What, like a mid-range sort of B570, B580? It's not even mid-range, it's just literally the range. But you were talking 400, 500? So, like, they're not bad. They're actually obscenely good value. So, OBS is CPU heavy? No. Guild Wars 2 is. Guild Wars 2 is CPU heavy. So, even if I go here, Guild Wars 2 right now is sitting at like 30%. I'm just chilling in the mislock. And OBS, while we are encoding, it's only like at 13. So it's not actually that heavy. The tricky part is when Guild Wars 2 causes the CPU to max out for anything. Then that's when OBS starts having issues. How much was the 5900? Can we even get? So the 5900 XT is $560 for me.
Another.
I can also, I'm at this point now, which is fine. And Sin, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Even a 5800 XT, like that's cheap. 5800 XT. It's added in there. More comparisons. No, I wouldn't upgrade from 2200 to 2800 miles mark. You probably just look. It's easy enough. Honestly, I've got the tabs open.
Shiro thought he was a god, but I assure you.
No more like a A310, A380. So like A310, yeah, about 200. So there should be enough for stream encoding. I might have a think about that, because I think these also, well, even this one, that shouldn't actually require any additional power. Catapack, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, no need for external power. that is a good option. If that gels well. Be real, at that point, just buy a 7800 X3D. Yeah. Like, the actual price of that compared to the 5900X, or XT, not a problem. It's just the RAM motherboard upgrade that would accompany it. Yeah, 699 from PC Case Kit. Yeah, that was like the other one that I was talking about. I've got a 4060 Ti. And yes, not the graphics card, that's the problem for what I do, it's the CPU. Because Guild Wars 2 really doesn't care what what GPU you have. Let's go get some more of these here. Because yeah, what if I go... Give me this one here, if we just go add that to cart. Cool, and then if we go, that's AM5, so let's go grab a motherboard as well. Boards, AM5. Zen 4, Zen 5, oh, I don't care, let's just literally open it. I just need one for demonstrations purpose. Sort by price, low to high. I literally just need something that will fit.
May the Six watch over you.
Something that doesn't have Wi-Fi. Yeah, probs that. Just arbitrarily. And then we need to get some more RAM. Memory, DDR5. I want at least 32 gigs. Sort by price, low to high. And thank you, Tinkerbell, for the follow. I appreciate that. It's a 5700 X3D, a good CPU for Guild Wars. Yeah, I've heard like really good things about all of the X3D ones. Like, they should be totally fine. Screw, I'll just literally add the white ones in. I just purely need 32 gig to demonstrate a point. And then I probs need a cooler as well. Cooling, CPU cooling. And let's go socket AM5. Where's something that doesn't make me particularly sad? That's a good Noctua one. Should probs filter for Noctua. Manufacturer. Yeah, we'll throw that in there as well. And yeah, we'll just check that comes out too. Yeah, see, even with that, we're going out to basically 1,300. So yeah, we're comparing a $550 upgrade with a 1,300 upgrade. Okay, do I have enough slots to open all these? Let's deal with all the rares first. But yeah, the 7800 X3D. The thing is, I can resell. Yeah, that's the thing. I can actually resell the components as well. That is going to make it a bit better. See, if I sell motherboard, RAM, CPU, cooler. Could probably sell that for 300. Maybe 4. What's the budget for the upgrade? Like, I'm quite flexible in terms of the budget. It's more of... just don't want it to be outrageously expensive. It's sort of thinking like how long I'm actually going to have it for. Like I'd probably say for a significant upgrade, like anything below sort of 1500 I could probably justify, because the PC itself is about, what, 5 years old at this point, and it still has a lot of life left in it. But yeah, like if I could get most of the benefit, like the vast majority of the benefit from what I need from a $550 upgrade compared to a $1,300 upgrade, I'll take the $550 one. Oh, the worst about your 9800X3D setup was flashing the BIOS. Oh yeah, flashing the BIOS is an inherently terrifying aspect. And don't forget the power supply. Yeah, that's true, actually. And what is the... okay, pass mark. What is the... yeah, let's go compare. Yeah, that's a 120 watt CPU compared to a 600... not 600, 600 watt, a 65 watts there. We're basically doubling the power consumption from there. And I think I've got a 750 power supply. So I think I built in a bit of overhead. I love how this just become like entirely just a tech talk stream. I'm here for it. Grab that. A TDP doesn't have anything to do with power draw. Oh, okay, well that's good to know. What does TDP stand for, actually? Oh, thermal design power. Okay, that's the heat. Yeah, thermal design power. Excellent.
Sharper still.
Cache is sweet, but those extra threads. And the same socket. But it's roughly what the CPU is going to use. Okay. Yeah, as long as it's like a rough comparison, because obviously CPU draw is going to fluctuate wildly depending on what it's doing. What's it doing here? Like, if it was I need to get as much performance, yeah, second way would be, cheapest way would be to put Intel Arc into the second PC. Yeah. The tricky part is, though, I have to actually go back and check what the quality on the YouTube side is, but I noticed quite a significant quality drop, at least in the OBS side of things, when I was sending the OBS preview output over to that computer. It was a big quality drop from what I saw. I wonder how AMD looks now. Even the older H.264 encoders, I do wonder how they look. Oh, it's actually reverted back to that. Nice. Extend your footage of old YouTube streams of Intel Arc. Hell yeah, I'd love to check that out. Because my only exposure to the Intel Arc stuff has been when Linus from Linus Tech Tips did the Intel Arc Challenge for a month. And this was probably about a year or two ago. I imagine things have stabilized a lot since then. Let's go But yeah, I'll definitely check those out later. Let's see, we'll go down here. I should have actually done Risen in this one as well. Actually would have ticked off on the events at the same time. And yeah, I've been curious about the arcs as well for just how cheap they are. Like, they are several tiers lower in terms of cost. Plus your footage from HCCM Prog from 2 years ago. Oh, hell yeah. Definitely keen to check that out. Where is the entrance here? Always been the last place I look. I was on the west side. There it is.
Buster!
Ah, you nearly frightened me to
Oh, here we go.
death.
This is the Rose Room. From here on, each room will become more dangerous than the last.
So it's completely unoptimized for quality and all. Okay, it's good to know.
Phoenix Room. See how Void has made a mockery of our...
But yeah, I think my biggest problem right now is not the performance in Guild Wars 2. The performance in Guild Wars 2 is mostly entirely sufficient. It's just that the CPU peaks, CPU usage peaks, occasionally reaching 100%, causes instability and drop frames. So I think I need to just get more capacity on the CPU front, and if I can do that, I think that kind of fixes everything. I just threw a bunch of bitrate at it. Hell yeah. That's also a tricky thing about streaming on Twitch as well. It's the low bitrate that you have to work with. Dude, that's why we originally did the switch from a AMD card to an Intel card, because they actually had the NVENC encoder, which worked far better for Twitch's low bitrate encoding. Because yeah, the 5600 XT that I had was entirely fine if I could throw enough bitrate at it. Which wasn't like a huge amount, but no, if you can just throw, I don't know, like 20 megabits per second at an encode 1080, it would look totally fine. But when you're starting to throw, you know, 6000 at it, that's when it starts to get a bit dicey. Thank you, Score. Appreciate that. I'll take a look at that later. And yeah, I do miss HTCM as well, and yeah, Plan was absolutely fantastic at commanding.
The Room of the Serpent. Look out. Fight it. Please. Restore our temple once more.
Charge through!
Stamina sigils so good.
Buster! Never have too much treasure.
I won't forget
To
this.
interact back. But in the meantime, the most stable thing that we can do is just do one regular 1080p encode for Twitch, have Twitch do the transcoding as it sees fit, send it to YouTube as well, and do one more encode for the vertical stream. Then we're basically just doing 2 encodes. No real issues in CPU usage, or at least they're minimal.
Ah, you nearly frightened me.
This is the
Yeah,
Rose Room.
that will work for now.
Each room will become more dangerous than the last.
Oh, you go Stamina and Frenzy. What's Frenzy do? Oh, yeah.
The Phoenix Room. See how Void has made a mockery of our ancient trial.
Yeah, Frenzy, I can see why you like it.
Reflection. I feared the Void would destroy it all, but you give me hope. Now you are in the Room of Spirits.
Turn off snap target here, actually.
Please, keep ridding this sacred place of void.
Also, don't forget Raptor Engage, true.
It was my favorite before Void took over. Your courage will be remembered and rewarded.
Yeah, Raptor Engage here. I can see what you're saying about it.
Waste by the Void. Ready yourself. The rooms are truly deadly from here. The Room of the Koi, once so peaceful. And after, one more room until victory.
Nice.
The Room of the Serpent.
Oh, that would be amazing, Sven. Not Sven, Scorp. I really appreciate that.
Restore our temple once more.
It's my turn. Pressure. I don't have enough energy.
You had fun using it against Pocket Raptors. Oh, it'll be so good against Pocket Raptors.
I won't forget this.
10 events are now done.
Elders is restored, and
Now,
all
beautiful.
this
It's time for us to take a break and go stretch our legs. So we'll see everyone in a few minutes. Enjoy a video in the meantime.
warriors.
I get asked all the time on my streams, Josh, should I play Guild Wars 2? To which I always say yes. And there are so many reasons why you should. So today, we're going to go through the reasons why you should be playing Guild Wars 2. Welcome back, everyone. I've been playing Guild Wars 2 for 11 years. I've got multiple accounts and easily 10,000 hours between them. So today, we're going to chat about why I play Guild Wars 2 and why you should do it as well. Number 1, the combat system. The combat system in Guild Wars 2 is easily the main reason I played this game for 11 years. It's fast, fluid, and each class feels unique and has their own rewarding playstyle. So if you ever get bored of one class, you can just swap to another for an entirely different experience. Unlike a lot of other MMOs, which show you dozens of skills at any point, Guild Wars 2 typically only shows you 5 weapon skills and 5 utility skills at a time, with the ability to swap weapons for an entirely new set of skills at the click of a button. This lets you focus more on the actual combat in front of you, rather than having to read the UI or tooltips. Almost everything about the combat system in this game gives you the chance to react to avoid damage or regain control of your character. All classes have access to stun breaks, so you don't have to worry about your character being stun locked from every attack. You'll always have access to dodges and skills with evade frames, so with perfect timing, you can simply avoid damage entirely. This leads to each class in the game being fun by itself and not needing to rely on a healer or tank to take care of them. Movement is insanely important in Guild Wars 2 as well. Positioning your character correctly can let you avoid attacks entirely. High damaging attacks are telegraphed, so you have time to either dodge or sidestep them. You can even use specific skills to move or teleport around the battlefield, so you can be standing exactly where you should be. Not only that, but the build system of the game gives you the flexibility to change how your class plays at any point. Your traits, which give you a whole range of passive and active effects while you're in combat, can be changed at any point while you're not in combat. You even have access to elite specializations, which drastically change the playstyle of your class, like turning your stealth-focused, close-range thief into a long-range sniper rifle-wielding Deadeye, or turning your staff-wielding elementalist into a catalyst that crushes enemies with a hammer. All this freedom and customization means that no matter what class you play, there's going to be a playstyle for you. Number 2, buy once, own it forever. So many apps, streaming services, or programs all have a monthly sub fee these days. These systems either force you to keep using them so you don't feel like you're wasting your money, or just hope that you forget to cancel your sub and still get charged each month for the content that you're not using. Guild Wars 2 though has what is objectively the best monetization model out there. You buy it, you own it. Outside of your initial purchase and any expansions that come out, there is no need for you to spend a single cent on the game. Even the premium in-game currency gems, which can be bought for real money, can also be converted from in-game gold at what is honestly a fairly reasonable price. Anything you can buy from the gem store in no way gives you an advantage over other players. So no pay to win woes here. Everything in the gem store is either cosmetic or useful in terms of quality of life, like extra character slots, bank expansions, bag slots, and persistent items you can buy from vendors like salvage kits. The fact that this game has one of the fairest monetization models out there is another reason that I've stuck with this game for so long. Number 3, no gear grind. Ascended gear was gradually introduced into the game back in 2012 and 2013, and it has been the best in slot gear ever since. I've taken multiple breaks from the game over the years, and each time I come back, I don't need to worry about needing to grind out the latest and greatest best in slot gear. There are so many different ways to obtain Ascended gear, all across the different game modes, so you can get it by playing the content that you enjoy the most. But this doesn't mean that there aren't any long-term goals to work toward. Most of the long-term goals in the game involve unlocking different weapons and armor skins so you can customize your characters to your heart's content. Or you can unlock quality of life items that make your life just a little bit easier, like permanent gathering tools and salvage kits, account-wide upgrades like extra bank space and material storage, or legendary weapons and armor. Even the long-term goal that is legendary gear still has the same total stats as Ascended gear, so you never have to worry about having a lower power level than someone who has played this game since launch. The only difference is that you can swap the stats on your legendary gear whenever you want and swap out upgrades whenever you please. Combine this with the legendary armory that was released 2 years ago, and any piece of legendary gear you make, you can use it on any of your characters at the same time. With enough pieces of legendary equipment, you'll eventually reach a point where you never have to think about getting gear for new characters ever again. This, however, will take you years to complete and will take you across all areas of the game. But the fact that I never have to worry about having my gear outclassed if I ever need to take a break from the game is just one of the most amazing feelings. Number 4, the game prioritizes convenience and respects your time. On top of not having to worry about gear grind, the fact that this game prioritizes convenience and respects your time is a huge benefit, and another reason why I've played it for so long. The best gear in the game, Ascended gear, is account bound, meaning that you can freely swap it between your characters, provided that they have the same armor weight. This is the same for weapons and trinkets as well. This makes it super easy to go through and gear up multiple characters and swap characters freely. It's also the fact that this game just flat out encourages you to play multiple characters, with how easy it is to level up characters through tomes of knowledge and experience scrolls, which you get just by having characters reach their birthdays. This means at any point, you can quickly go through and create a new character and have them level 80 and ready to go in no time. And again, because there's no gear grind, you never have to worry about your old characters falling behind, so you can just return to them at any point. And we are back. Welcome back, everyone. Okay, so this meta event is cracking on. Let's see if this is going here, actually. End of Dragons. No, I don't care about Guyala. Meta Train. Oh, sweet. We're straight up in this map. Hello. Okay. Let's go catch up with everyone here. I'll swap over to Herald as well. Give me... Oh, that's so many boons. I don't need to see it. Let's go Celestial. Open World Herald build. Yeah, I haven't done an actual dragon stand in Lord knows how long. Plus, it is actually the weekly, and I will be working on End of Dragons Legendaries sometime soon. Champion Void Goliath. I'll turn off Arc, honestly.
Bring that one down. Rush.
put snap target back on for this. That's not Dragon Stand. I will forever get them confused. There is no universe where I will get that right on the first try. We all just need to come to accept it.
I don't have any knives in my...
Well, they have what? Dragon Stand, Dragon Storm, Dragon's End.
No, you're good.
Okay, let's keep moving toward your base. There's not much time.
Dragon Stam and Dragon Storm, they still have the same damn acronym as well. Dragon Fall. One day, I might get it right in first try, but know that when that day happens, and I do say it correctly, it's not because I know what they're called. It's because I was correct by accident. You know, the saying, a broken clock is right twice a day. Like, I will at some point get the name of the Dragon's event in Guild Wars 2 right, only by sheer accident. Oh, more stuff that was Vault done. Okay. Insane that after getting VIP, you're still at 53k channel points. That is amazing for me. I do need to come up with another like big channel point sync as well. Should just do the 1 million channel point redeem. Just literally delete your points redeem.
To break through those shields and destroy the crystals.
Okay, let's start by...
And Son of Isildur, welcome in. Love the name, by the way. How can you select an enemy so fast with right click? Is there an option to improve that? You even click the boss and raise so many times the hitbox, but clicking them is so small. What I'm actually doing, my next enemy, I have it set to mouse 5, which for me is tilting my mouse wheel to the right. So whenever I'm quickly targeting something, I'm literally just pressing next enemy and I'm hoping for the best. And you know what? It works the vast majority of the time, especially when there's like a major target there. Yeah, personally prefer next target. Yeah, that's what I'm using as well. It just mostly seems to work. Like it kind of goes like if I'm looking towards an enemy, say there we go. So I'm looking over here, it grabs over there. Say if I want to target, I know that veteran there, I'm going to run there. Yeah, I think that did it, see. It mostly works. If only Mordron's got a dragon XP yet. Actually, Mordron did. That was Dragon Stand. Dragon Fall for Krauk. Needs Zaitan to get one. And thank you for the follow as well. Oh, I can't turn. Oh no. Let's just go blast everything here. It's got do need many more spirit shards as well, so blasting open veteran is good. Next enemy keybinds targets the highest priority enemy in range, so champion over veteran, but if you hit it again, go to the next priority and go back to the top enemy you have to keep clicking to reach the end of this and start over to hit on target and retarget. Okay, so it's actually reasonably well thought out. Oh yeah, rename Kershaw to Dragonshaw to have another DS. Yes, do it. Then I will never say anything correct again. The stream will be completely unintelligible. It's just going to be complete stream of consciousness and utter inane ramblings. So mostly what it is now, but hey, at least then we'll have an excuse for it. Another streamer who does ARPG stuff has a 50k redeem for his daughter to come in and stream for like 5 or so minutes, do one similar. Yes, that's a really good idea actually. have to discuss it with chance. But yeah, set next enemy to something, and like it works the vast majority of the time. I was really struggling last night because my Razer Synapse wasn't working, and just it broke what my keybinds were, so my mouse was set to my video editing keybinds instead. So I couldn't click next enemy, so having to like manually click was not fun.
Allow me to act.
Sabbatha is one of the annoying ones, yes. Sabbatha, I find that does take a little bit to get her to be fully targeted. One of those ones where it works like, 99% of the time. Maybe 95. So where am I in this group? Is there an option just to see yourself? Herald of Power. I'm in group 8, so I'm south. Clicking target does reset next enemy targeting, so clicking Sabbatha's champions will remove the issue, but you never remembered. Okay, good to know.
Far from over. Yeah, but getting our base back was a good start. Thanks. Didn't exactly do it out of charity. You've got supplies, and it's in range of the highest temple. Hey, how's everyone else doing out there?
Beaker Cap is secure,
So is the Jade Brotherhood base.
and we've cleared the observatory. Orion's here, and we can.
Usually find wasting or clicking on the champions. Unusual time wasted clicking on champions is better than wasting time not targeting Sabbatha. True.
Hold up! We've got void popping up all around us.
Same here. It's like they're creating a blockade between all of us and the Harvest Temple.
Careful! It's corrupted Elder Dragon magic that's been combined. We don't know which power.
Pressure.
Just love Herald and open world so much.
Champion, as you cleanse the previous outbreaks, I felt the magic as it was released. Maybe I could absorb it from these new void outbreaks.
But if the power of the magic is unknown, what could it do to you?
A good question, but I know one thing. I'm going to use every bit of it to break through the barrier covering Suwon. Go now. Release the Elder Dragon magic.
So we just run over this stuff.
Keep gathering that magical energy. Excellent. The void is focusing its energy. Attack it.
Where is Letangler? There it is. Let's go break that bar. And just glint heal through that's fine. Does not matter.
Collected all of the watermark magic.
Another one done. And welcome in, Pupsy. Hope you're having a wonderful morning there in Germany. Given that it's sunny there, that sounds fantastic. Thank you so much for popping in. Hope you're having a great day. I recognize this area from Guild Wars 1. Isn't that fun?
Wait, I'm missing.
We'll try and hit as many events as we can.
discretion.
Why are you here? To release you from... Don't you realize this barrier is protecting you from being destroyed? Release Crowd Storing's corrupt magic, and I will shatter the barrier protecting you. It's time. Join us.
Okay, let's go and blast through here. Thursday is a public holiday in Germany. Oh, nice. Took the whole week off. Relaxing in Guild Wars 2 first, heading outside to enjoy the sun after a rainy weekend. That sounds wonderful. Sounds absolutely exceptional.
Protect her as she blasts through the barrier.
How are we doing on spirit shards as well? No, not well. You did the same? Excellent. Loving the strategic use of holidays and paid time off.
More void! They're surrounding us!
We're about to get overrun, and if they destroy those crystals, all is lost.
We need those reinforcements. Logan, where are you?
These are stream settings. Actually, did I put that on medium or did I put that on slow? I put it on medium.
And the others protect the magic
Should be fine.
contained within the crystals.
Any raid strikes today? Yeah, we'll definitely do some strikes, I think.
I must fly to Logan, see what state they were in.
And we might have time for raids as well. I may have gotten completely segued from during our tech talk, which I always thoroughly enjoy.
Buy Aurene as much time as possible.
And yeah, what legendaries are you working on next there, Sven?
Look out! More void creatures!
It has been too long. Allow me to...
Do I get credit for experience for killing these? I do. Okay, that's actually what I want. Now turn off snap target. You're going to make Orax already have the precursor. Hell yeah. I could do a quick HTCM. Oh, a quick HTCM would be so much fun. I do miss HTCM. I love the fight. Oh, Incinerator. Nice. Another Kamahali Kataki to gift or sell. Not decided yet. Excellent. I will probably... at some point in the near future, we'll be blasting out a ton of World versus World.
It has been too long. Allow me...
Especially during the rush. We'll probably almost be doing entirely World versus World in that time, outside like Sarah's Prog. But yeah, I need as many Gifts of Battle as I can. One for all the Aurene legendaries. And also just to convert our Gen 1 like legendary crafting kits actually into gold. Girls, all the materials just kind of sitting there vibing out, whereas that's just free real estate. Although we will probably actually craft a Kamahali Kataki to keep so I can have a legendary underwater spear as well. Got only a Sparkfly Ben and ore to do. Oh, that's good for map comp. It's great when you only have ore left too, because you don't have any more hearts to deal with. And perhaps because Orax cooking went up so much more, people were surprised it was required. I know, it was crazy how much some recipes went up. Oh, it shakes up the economy a bit, so overall it's a good thing.
She's joining the battle! They're still alive!
But yeah, after we do this Dragon Stand, we will sort out some strike missions, and maybe like a raid wing or something. Also working again the Janthia home instance nodes. Awesome. I wonder when we'll start working on home instance nodes on this account as well. It would be another fun project to get a mostly max home instance. We're on EU right now. And back onto the tech talk. Another reason we've been using the Twitch enhanced broadcasting, even though it does place more load on our system, is actually because every time we've used that, we haven't had that issue where the stream audio and video get massively out of sync. I don't know what causes that, but that issue has never been there when the Twitch enhanced broadcasting has been active. So that's kind of been our reason for it. Could be at this point that our rig is just not powerful to maintain it well.
Build the crystals, Commander, but they're still coming.
That looks valuable.
We're finished!
So many. I brought some friends.
Miss me, Commander. Just show us what to kill.
We've got a massive barrier to break through, and on the other side, Suwa.
With the void rapidly widening, we need to stop her now.
My pleasure.
But where is it? Oh, is it up here?
On my count.
Or
3,
here?
2, 1, fire!
I can actually get up there.
Stop! Don't kill her!
Where is actually the thing?
We did it.
Or is it up
Until worms
here?
and pain. Come, we must save her from herself. Meet me at the temple.
I'll just port the tag. Oh, the thing is under the rock there. Okay.
Quick! To the top of the Harvest Temple.
Ah, yeah.
What's left of Suwa?
I've probably got to kill this thing here.
She's close. Be ready.
What mount add-on is that? That is the radial menus add-on as part of Nexus. If you check out my YouTube channel, I have a guide on how to install Nexus right there.
Stay back, or we will.
There we go.
A landscape of
Grab
shattered
some of that. What
trees,
food is that? Yeah, concentration expertise, that's nice.
and all to me.
Suwa! Suwa! And
How do I actually place down the United Legion's way station?
the end will come.
I've never actually known. We'll just use someone else's.
She's luring the boy towards the tunnel again. If I don't stop it, you'll all be encased.
Didn't see the AoE. Nice. Ah, it's inventory item. Okay. I'll look at getting that at some point, because that'll be a super useful thing for me to get. Just flint heal there.
In the beginning, there was only emptiness. And now, you must join us.
Now you shall witness true
Quick, stand
ultimate
around the
power.
impact side. I'll protect
I'll just stay here. Okay, so it's a consumable. Alright, so we just need to buy a ton.
Suwa, listen to my voice.
You have 20, oh Garth, you have 24 in your shared inventory slot, never used. I've never once used, or until right now, known about the item. like, oh yeah, the way station's there, seems useful. Oh, I should have actually bought Jalis. I have no stability. I mean, it's fine because I got Celestial Gear. So even going... Oh, that's not Jalis would be quite bad, but Power Herald with Jalis would be good. Or even Malix and Jalis on a Celestial build would probably be better than Jalis and Malix, I think. So if I'm not running Glint on this build, it's really sad. But it also feels wrong not running Malix on a Condi build. You very much regret not getting the legendary starter kit from last round of this vault. Oh, they're such high value to get. Like, even if you're not planning to craft a legendary, you just need to get it. Still back here. Look out this way. So moving tunes around for your dailies, right? You found your candy corn tune, 140 stacks. You shouldn't be allowed to have so many tunes. You have to do your map tunes now. You can check guilds to efficiency at the backspace. That looks okay at the moment. That's good to know. Yeah, when you've used various characters, it's just like mules. It's always shocking going back to them. Go down this way.
Everything you do, we will always have an answer for it.
I won't get out of combat actually. I can go back to Berserker and power Quick Herald. Change this to Jalis.
The pains of this world are...
And pump out some stability, there we go.
moment has finally come.
Yeah, we'll just have like decent stability uptime.
That battle at the top. I've never seen such bravery. God, she's back! Look out!
Whee!
We have to do this! The compact is speech deep inside, and you will feel the happiness all day long.
And this cheeky Clint heal. Stability.
Another bombardment! Just like the last one. You'll have to trust me. Intercept those impact sites. Quick, stand around the impact site. I'll protect you.
Let's grab this one.
Need more endurance.
Do not fear your state. You are not dead. Only disembodied. The senses heightened.
Keep forgetting just how much we can actually jump in this section. Wish it didn't give us that prompt every time. We understand how it works now. Alcar, how's it going, mate? So good to see you. Hope you're having a great day.
You will die.
Our moment has finally come.
Why does the handyman only do jobs 1, 3, and 5 on to-do list? He does all jobs. Amazing. Very nice. Let's go pump some stability.
Careful! The tail's faster than it looks.
Let's go grab something from the way station.
Clear up about. Think fast.
She's stirring up the battle. Whoa! Look out!
Double blast that.
They're stuck. Help them out, or she'll get the upper hand.
Pressure.
There is Sue one. There we go. Okay, we'll do these shenanigans now.
Fragments of energy. Collapse them. They'll empower us. Stubborn corruption.
It has been too long. Allow me to act.
Yeah, I think, yeah, we should be on track to do this. Maybe not working. Next turn is 9 gifts of totems and venom, 3 gifts of bones, 1 gift of fangs and blood, and 3 gifts of craftsmanship, a gift of condensed magic, about 30 pieces of scented. Wow, that is amazing. Let's pump out some stability for the team. Another round of stability. Just pumping out as much stability as is humanly possible. This should have been the first thing you did when you came back. It's not a bad idea, like taking a stock take of the wondrous things you have on all your various characters. Cool, that's done. Frost should just like go sometime soon. There we go.
A sea of darkness. A darkness that awaits. The void will never be if we stand together.
We just all go in and blast. Ouch. Where is Suwon? Can I actually target her? Yeah, you do not need to worry about making the next few legendaries. No, you are set. Get it? Nice, we did. Sent.
Finally come. The pains of this world are few.
1%. There we go.
I've got to go after her. See what is left.
Look! The void is receding!
I see it. So many dead.
That wasn't actually the meta event we needed for the weekly, was it?
I never thought I would see this day. May the gods be praised.
Nope. It was Dragon Stand.
All fighting as one.
The whole reason I did it is because I thought we needed it for the weekly.
Hidden underground. You can follow.
Turns out that was not correct.
Champion. She wants you.
Oh well. We now have much loot. Oh, it's the one I need on at the moment. Okay. Where is it? Heart of Thorns. Stand. I'm still in combat. Away. Oh, attempt to join is full. Okay.
When I saw you facing up against Suwan, let's just say I was concerned. Good to see you all made it through.
And we're going to do strike anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Need to actually get access to Dragon Stand. That's right, we've navigated enough through this map to know where we need to go. Act assault begins. How are we doing on various currencies here? Not too bad on various things, actually. I can probably buy a bunch of machetes. We'll let that do its thing. How are we doing on experience bonuses? We do have quite a few, which is nice. 17. Let's see what else we need right now.
Wow, that's quality armor.
Thanks.
How much do I need for another legendary sigil? Legendary underwater sigil at that. $68, 491. You have 60 whole ley line crystals, used up basically everything to make IPOS. Very, very nice. IPOS is stunning.
Excelsior.
Yeah, I need more spirit shards.
So much equipment to repair.
Okay, that matter's actually not going to pop up for a bit. So that's okay, we'll deal with like strikes for that. I think we might just do like the daily. We could do IBS 5 and then we'll take a break in a few minutes. We'll do IBS 5 and the Soto EOD dailies, and that'll be pretty good.
I'm at your service.
Den of iniquity. I'm glad Fury isn't alive to see his niece drag our good reputation straight through the guano.
We'll start stockpiling those. So they will be for End of Dragon stuff. We will very soon. So we just sort out a few other things. Salvage all of that.
It's easy when you know how.
Next tune time. Excellent.
You can never have too much treasure.
that's coming together. So yeah, we need to start gathering a ton more Imperial favor. So we'll be kind of camping EOD metas for quite some time. In terms of this next vista, it's a hard Maguma one. How much could I sell my... if I upgrade just the CPU, I could probably sell the CPU for about 100, I think. You want to do the EOD meta speed is doing a meta train every weekday at this time of day. Okay, that's good. We'll keep that in mind. Because yeah, once we get to the point of farming up for those legendaries, we're just going to kind of be living there. Miss that Meg Destroyer, that's fine. Kind of feel like... I know I should do Condivert, but I also kind of feel like blasting out on Power Mech. And we do have many characters that should be parked in new spots as well. In terms of legendary sigils, I don't think we'll be crafting one this week, because now that we're through the first part of the Wizard's Vault, our gold making is going to slow down a bit. Nice, pretty good haul there. Doing the meta, I can probably make a bit of gold by doing the weekly shard purchase from Bava Nisos. But I also think that has tanked a bit. Is raid legendary armor still the fastest one to get? Strictly speaking, it is the open world, because there is no time gate on it, but it is obscenely expensive to do it that way, and very, very grindy. But practically, for the regular player, the raid armor, yes, will be the quickest get, especially the first set of raid armor. Yeah, honestly, Power Mech, like, it's just blast. Fastest playtime or faster real time. Yeah, it does change depending on what one you're looking at. I think for most players, especially if you already enjoy doing raids, the raids are going to be like really, really quick for you to get. Whereas if you have ample gold and don't mind really monotonous grinds, then the open world armor is a pretty good bet. Because our friend Exodum did that and did an entire set from 0 to complete in a week. But it was unhinged what they did. Okay, let's go take a break, stretch our legs. We'll be back in a few minutes and then we'll form up for strikes. Oh, I'm just not sure which armor class you should craft. Kind of feel lost for which class to main. Like if you end up playing a lot of different classes, as I definitely do, you'll probably end up making all 3 sets of the armor, so really none of them is a bad choice, so I'd really just pick the game mode that you enjoy. And focus on getting legendary armor through that in whatever way that works. If you enjoy open world, grab the open world armor. If you enjoy raids, do it there. World vs world, do it there. PvP, do it there. But we'll be right back. Everyone keeps talking to me about machines coming to take our jobs, but you know what? I just don't see it. My job is so demanding, so technical, so difficult, there is no way the robots will come for me. Not a chance in hell. Oh. Well, it's time for Hill Mechanist. I, for one, welcome our new Jade Mech overlords. Ever since End of Dragons launched, we've been living in a world ruled by mechanists. We have 2 outstanding DPS builds, a phenomenal Alacrity DPS build, and today we're covering the absolutely incredible Heal Alacrity Mechanist. Here we have a build that has an absolutely trivial time keeping up 100% Alacrity, grants 25 might, and covers off on regen, fury, vigor, and protection. Not only that, you can also give your team stability and Aegis in a pinch. To top things off, you also have insane amounts of barrier and Condi cleanse to carry your team through even the sketchiest encounters. All these things come together to make this one of the premier healing builds for all of Guild Wars 2's endgame content. While some other healing builds need to pick and choose what kind of support they can give their team, Mechanist is a greedy little piglet and can do it all. Once you pick this up, you'll have a spot on essentially every encounter in the game. And with that, let's get cracking. Mechanist is one of the elite specializations for the Engineer, with the others being Scrapper and Hollowsmith. Once you equip the Mechanist trait line, you'll get access to Mace as a main hand weapon, which offers a good amount of condition damage and barrier application. You'll get access to a new set of signet skills to mess around with as well. We'll be using a few of these in today's build. You'll also replace your typical Engineer toolbelt skills with mech command skills. Oh yeah, you'll also get a new swanky AI controlled mech bot to follow you around and aid you in combat. Your trait choices in the Mechanist trait line will let you decide whether your mech is focused on power damage, condition damage, or applying boons. It will also change what mech control skills you have access to at any point. This makes Mechanist a very customizable and very fun trait line to play with. We'll quickly cover off on where your healing on Heal Mechanist actually comes from. Heal Alacrity Mechanist by default runs 3 kits, which gives you access to 5 additional skills each, so you'll be dipping in and out of them often for healing. Medkit is your default heal skill and gets buffed by the trait Health Insurance. Here you have access to Med Blaster, which will spray healing to allies in front of you, Bandage Blast, which will fire bandages ahead of you, heal allies and apply regeneration, Vital Burst, which will provide a single burst of healing around you. You also grant regeneration with Infusion Bomb, with a particularly long base duration of 10 seconds. The 5th skill in Elixir Gun, Super Elixir, will provide a burst of healing and then pulse additional healing for 5 seconds. The 5th skill in Mortar Kit, Elixir Shell, will lay down a water field which you can blast for additional healing, and it will also pulse healing for 5 seconds. You'll also heal allies whenever you use a mech command skill due to the trait Soothing Detonation. With the trait Medical Dispersion Field, when you're in combat, you'll store up 33% of the healing you apply to yourself, and every 3 seconds you'll use that to heal nearby allies. You have access to 2 water fields on Cleansing Field in Medkit and Elixir Shell, which you can blast for some extra healing. On top of all this healing, you also apply a ton of barrier on Mechanist, which you can think of as a kind of preemptive healing. Alacrity is the most important boon you'll be providing with Heal Mechanist, and is made possible by a single trait, Channeling Conduits in the Mechanist line. This trait causes you to apply Alacrity to a target when you also grant that target barrier, which you will apply through several traits and skills. For a quick rundown of how you apply barrier, your Mace auto attack chain will apply barrier to allies around you. The trait Barrier Engine causes your mech to apply barrier to nearby allies automatically every 3 seconds. Your mech command skill, Barrier Burst, will apply 5 pulses of barrier and Alacrity. When you activate Barrier Signet, you'll again apply 5 pulses of Alacrity. On top of applying Alacrity through barrier, you'll also grant Alacrity via your mech command skill, Crisis Zone. All these ways in which you provide Alacrity mean you'll have an absolutely trivial time upkeeping 100% Alacrity. Before we jump into the build proper, we have a balance patch coming up at the end of June, so let's touch on the changes to Mechanist and how they impact this build. Mechanical Genius currently causes your mech to inherit a percentage of your stats, with this being reduced if your mech is standing too far away from you. After this next patch, instead of your mech gaining less stats, your mech command skills will take longer to recharge when it's too far away from you. Just keep your mech close and you won't have to worry about this change either way. The trait Barrier Engine will be receiving a slight nerf in PvE to bring it in line with the PvP and World vs World versions, so expect to see slightly less barrier being applied to your group automatically by your mech. The skill Barrier Burst is having the base barrier that it applies significantly increased in PvE, and it's also going to scale much better with healing power, so look forward to this skill just being way better now. Now let's cover off on our weapons. Fortunately, the weapons on Heal Mech are fairly simple. You'll always want to run Mace and Shield. Mace is the new weapon that you get access to when you become a Mechanist. It outputs a ton of barrier, applies confusion, grants regeneration and vigor, and gives you access to more CC. Mace auto attack will deal some strike damage, inflict confusion, and on the last strike, grant barrier to nearby allies. This is one of the main ways you'll be providing alacrity. Just auto-attacking with your mace and having your mech attack a target is enough to upkeep 100% alacrity on your team. Energizing Slam will inflict vulnerability and confusion on your target, as well as grant regeneration and vigor to allies. You'll be wanting to use the skill off cooldown to help upkeep these boons. Rocket Fist Prototype will deal some damage, apply burning, and most importantly for Heal Mechanist, stun nearby enemies. Try and save this skill for when you need some extra break bar damage. Shield is an outstanding defensive weapon, and will make surviving and tanking much easier. It gives you access to a projectile reflect, channel block, and tons of CC. Your shield skills also grant protection to nearby allies thanks to your overshield trait. Magnetic Shield will create a shield that reflects projectiles for 3 seconds. It can then be released to knock back enemies. Static Shield will grant you a channeled block for 2.5 seconds and stun enemies that attack you while you're blocking. You can then throw your shield to daze enemies when you throw it, and once again when it returns. Now onto our skills, of which we have many. Before I cover off on the utility skills Heal Alac Mech uses, we'll have a quick chat about your mech command skills. These skills are determined by your trait choices in the Mechanist trait line, and are very important for how this build functions. Explosive Knuckle is unlocked when you equip the trait High Impact Drivers, and will simply deal some strike damage and apply weakness. This is your lowest priority in terms of mech command skills, and is only really here because of the might you get from High Impact Drivers is such high value. Crisis Zone is unlocked when you pick the trait Channeling Conduits, and is absolutely loaded. It will provide Aegis, stability, protection, alacrity, remove conditions, and break stuns on nearby allies. On Heal Mech, you're going to want to try and save this skill to provide stability and Aegis to avoid damaging mechanics whenever possible. If you don't need any of the baked in utility, feel free just to use it off cooldown to help upkeep alacrity. Barrier Burst is unlocked when you select the trait Barrier Engine, and will pulse Barrier, Might, and Fury to nearby allies. This is amazing for upkeeping alacrity, and can be used to help nullify sudden spikes of damage, like the exploding green circles on Veil Guardian. One of the key features of Engineer as a class is that they have access to kit skills. Here, you can activate the skill to temporarily swap your weapon skills to an entirely new set of skills, depending on what you need at any point. This makes Engineer incredibly flexible, as you can tailor your build to any encounter. We'll be making use of several of these kits on Heal Mechanist, as well as some signets, so buckle up. Medkit is by far and away your best heal skill choice, outside of a few very niche situations. Here you get access to 5 new healing skills, and your entire kit is buffed through the trait Health Insurance. This trait will increase your incoming healing effectiveness, and give you an extra 20% outgoing healing when using Medkit. Med Blaster will heal allies in front of you 3 times each time the skill is activated. It will also heal more for each boon on the ally. Bandage Blast will fire 5 bandages ahead of you, which will heal allies and grant regeneration. As a little side note, this skill also heals downed allies, which is a nifty little trick. Cleansing Field will cleanse conditions from allies around you and act as a water field, which we can blast for additional healing with Med 5 shortly. Remember, this skill is going to be a go-to skill for Conti Cleanse. Vital Burst will simply release a burst of healing to allies around you. Nice and simple. Infusion Bomb will explode after 1 second, act as a blast finisher, very handy given you can blast water fields for additional healing, and grant allies swiftness, vigor, and regeneration. You're going to want to press Infusion Bomb off cooldown to help maintain these important boons. It's also a good idea to use Cleansing Field beforehand to lay down a water field, which takes advantage of the blast finisher on Infusion Bomb. Elixir Gun will give you access to some soft CC, extra Conti Cleanse, and some very useful elixir skills to supplement our healing and might generation. Tranquilizer Dart will fire a shot that inflicts bleeding and weakness on your target, not hugely useful on this healing build. Glob Shot will fire a bouncing glob which cripples foes and grants swiftness to your allies. Fumigate will spray a cone of fumes which inflicts poison and vulnerability on foes. It also cures conditions on allies with every strike. Very useful if you need some emergency condition cleanse on allies, like on Slothazor. Acid Bomb will cause you to leap backwards for a surprisingly long distance, and leave a damaging AoE where you started. It's also a blast finisher, and when paired with the trait HGH, will grant you and your allies might. A super useful tip, you can cancel the leap backwards by weapon swapping. Very nice if you're about to send yourself off the edge of an arena, like I have done many times. Super Elixir will shoot an orb that heals allies on impact, and will leave a pulsing AoE that also heals you and your allies. It will also remove a condition for good measure. Again, with the trait HGH, it will also grant some additional might. This is going to be one of your go-to skills to help keep up some sustained healing on your team. Shift Signet is an absolute staple on all Mechanist builds. It's absolutely insane just how much this skill offers you. The passive of the Signet increases your movement speed by 25% and copies any boons you gain straight to your mech. Granting your mech 25 might, fury, quickness, and alacrity is a significant DPS increase. When you activate Shift Signet, you and your mech shadow step to target location, which is super useful for positioning your mech, break stun, and remove 2 conditions. Barrier Signet is a fantastic choice on any Alacrity Mechanist build. The passive will reduce your incoming strike and condition damage by 10%, which is amazing if you need to tank. When you activate it, you'll create a projectile blocking dome that also grants barrier every second. If your mech is active, the barrier will be around your mech, else it will just be created around you. This is an amazing source of alacrity through the barrier you apply, as well as a form of damage mitigation. Elite Mortar Kit gives you a whole bunch of useful skills with a massive 1500 range. This will let you And we are back. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you very much for your patience. Hey, let's start forming up now. Let's do IBS 5 and the daily EOD and Soto strikes. I think that sounds like a good time. So let's create squad, raid mode. Can we go, where's the portal tome? Where is Eye of the North? Icebrood Saga, Eye of the North. And Bonky, thank you so much for popping in as well. And Epic Sandy, thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate that. Okay. And add commanders to organize a lot of things to your friends list. Yeah, that's a good shout to do that as well, especially if you want to track a whole bunch of meta events. That's a good time. Okay. Beautiful. Now, if anyone wants to join up on us for our various strike adventure shenanigans, join up on us here. Okay, so IBS 5 plus DS plus EOD Soto dailies. Boon heal. Boon DPS state roll. Are you playing Mech 2? Hell yeah. That should be. Grab in here. Sufferance, come on in. Okay, so Boon DPS. Oh, okay, let's remove. HD has is. We'll put them as, oh shit, H. That. Jibs is going to be QDPS. QDPS. And Aparo, just play whatever you feel like tonight. Let's just go. A lack heal.
Speak.
OCD Matt tunes are a lot less scary than the junk tunes. Hell yeah. Okay. Garter is a heal. DPS. I'm gonna remove and advertise now. Just for a heal. So I just need an A heal. Actually, I can just purely go boon heal. Doesn't matter. So if someone wants to do quick heal, that's fine. Boon heal. There we go. They can literally be any. But if you want Bearbo, here you come. Oh, I am more than happy for you to do that. Let's see, what do we get? That's ice is a TY go a heal has go QDPS. There we go. Quick deep And they are a healer. Done. Perfect. So now it's just DPS. And 2, you have Enter Dragons and 2 old expansions. Nice! DPS, there we go. But yeah, definitely worth it to pick up all the expansions. Let's go strike missions. Let's just get Bone Skinner done. Okay, let's go G.
I can see you've traveled far.
Cool, we will eat some noms. Yeah, I'm just going to run like kitless version. It's fine. Where's Throw Mine? Where does it live? There it is. Okay, this game's free and it's a good price. Oh yeah, the fact the game doesn't have a sub fee. It's a buy once, play forever type of game. It's absolutely wonderful. Sous vide steak. Ready, check. And cool, I'll actually make sure to record B-roll as well.
Health, vigor, recover, fixed, focused, concentration.
Good, I actually do need more B-roll.
Sharper still.
Armored up. Firing main cannon.
Get the res. No, Hafaro. Side step. Yep, mech works. Crash inspection uptime for you. That's good. You can Maya our very well thought out full legendary look. But honestly, for how easy it is, Mechanist is just... It's an incredibly high return for how easy it is to play. Like, that's just... It's bonkers. He started this show yesterday. But yeah, how are you enjoying Mechanist so far, Sufferance? Boom Mac on Power Mech is super easy too. Being able to swap to Power Scrap when you need super speed. Yes, that is great. There we go, and get an extra 1,000 health. It's just ridiculous how easy Power Mech is. I'm always just astounded every time I play it. Oof. Careful with those chains. Chains are always a bit dicey. Yeah, if you got a chain, just don't walk across the group. Oh no, shouldn't have done that. Okay, boss just didn't really do its main mechanic. That's good. I didn't need to do the summon my mech in the boss's hitbox thing. But you're giving you basically just pressing skills off cooldown. Like, you can obviously eke out more damage if you run Grenade Kit, which is very nice. I haven't tried doing that on the next one. And Grenade Kit's going to get even better next week. It feels like cheating. It really does. Like, it's absolutely crazy. I didn't want to say if you were sniping me with the chain. I'm like, the Faro's hugging me quite closely there. And I know you are fully conscious of everything you do in the game. Didn't want to say, but I have my suspicions. Yeah, let's do nades.
Refreshing.
It's time to sleep beneath the stars.
Weird, what happened to our DPS there? It's a bit weird.
Sharper still.
not too bad.
That looks valuable.
Load up on that eternal ice. It'd be a good time actually to run hammer. Yeah, Saffron, so you're running rifle or you're running the hammer version?
How are you doing?
Rifle, nice. Yeah, I'm rocking that version as well.
Another.
Refreshing.
Slice of a pie.
I'm not recording B-roll, damn.
Sharp blade, sharp lock. Clear the air. You're finished.
Guide the arrows, my claw.
Nice.
You can never have too much treasure.
So many chests. Strikes are just so good for spirit shards, they really are. And good, the log upload is actually working. Hooray! Oh, I missed one.
Refreshing.
Should be past now. You've been doing kit less just to make it even more easy. It's so much easier not running kit. Like, kit is a pretty straightforward DPS increase. I think blunderbuss and... well, yeah, basically every time you use blunderbuss, you can just go into grenade kit and you'll at least be able to do shrapnel grenade. I think that's a DPS gain. Or try Condi kitless here. Oh, Condi kitless is just so good. That one's even better. This one's great because it's ranged. Whereas the Condi one, that still, right now, I think is the best DPS build for how easy it is to execute and how much DPS you get out of it.
Strong.
This storm isn't normal. Blocking us from following Vanguard? Makes you wonder if it's intentional, and who's pulling the strings.
Watch yourself out there, Commander.
Oh no. We whiffed on the jump.
You're being a distraction.
Strong.
Oh, that's freaky. Nice. Ridiculous just how easy it is to get like great DPS, especially even like when you compare it to pug groups. That feels like even more cheating. It is, yeah. Okay, so we've done that one.
Refreshing.
Private squad. Torb, thank you for the follow, mate.
All over, and there's no dragons.
They didn't make things easy. Clear out the
What are the
firebugs,
dailies
wait for the
here? Daily strikes. Kaineng and Febe, perfect.
Not enough energy. Urge to kill rising.
I used the wrong signal behind. Nice. Basically captured that point now, I'm pretty sure. Same here.
Prison's coming in for a landing, Commander.
The area's cleared, Kate. Bring them down.
We break the circuits connecting to the dragons. Then we use that magic against them.
What'll happen to Bram? To Ryland?
Bran knew the race.
Oh, cool, that completes our weekly.
Nice of you to clear out the trash for me, Commander.
Did you hurt both? You look like you broke. All that dormant energy can't be good for you.
You picked a weak dragon you knew you could control. Coward. I'll show you real dragon power.
Jormag has not yet joined him, champion. You must draw them out.
We're long past excuses, Ryland. You made your choice. This needs to end. You will obey.
Sharper still.
So, this is pack justice?
Let him leave. We can't get distracted.
That didn't go to plan.
He'll be back. His pride won't let him stay away long.
Wonder where he gets that from. In the meantime, fire alarm!
Bram, are you yourself?
It's unsettling. listening.
Time. Here we fight.
Not here to kill you. We're here to kill Primordius.
Primordius.
Above and beyond.
It's annoying that he bounces around so much.
Ice. Just try it.
2 fire, 3 ice.
We'll teach you to feel.
Ice brood reinforcements!
They're drawing on the ley line. It'll shift the power in Jormag's favor. That's bad.
Not a huge fan.
2 fire, 3 ice. I am on ice.
We need to destroy the ley line siphons. Do that and we can break the connections to the dragons. I'm sure it'll be no problem.
I've stayed my hand before. No more. I obliterate the balance that chains us together.
As long as Jormag is connected to the power of the champion and the Frozen, they will keep Primordius cowed.
Sad, don't let up. We've got to bring both champions down.
Stand, I haven't heard it less!
Same time. One is not enough. We've got to bring Violent and Tran down together.
Dodge backwards there. Nice. Gotta get the delay right when swapping to and from kit.
Use the prisms now. The champions are hanging on to dragons by a thread.
The dragons are vulnerable. This is it.
Let's go blast this one.
Elder dragons. This might take a couple rounds. Stay strong.
Ice and fire forces adjustment. That's good. Primordius and Jormag have reached equilibrium on the power meter.
That one's gone. I've got a Pyro's just blasting that one out there. You got this. Some of our grenades have gotten a little bit out of sync.
I feel
Nice.
it, champion. The connection's weak.
The prisons are ready to launch you closer, Commander. Attack now! Sever their bond to the Kraken!
Okay, we've got one more there. That's been dealt with. You like Spear Energy? It's so good. It's so easy to use.
That's too much. This power. It's so wild. Get to the
So easy to use, and yet the damage you get is just monstrous.
champion. I'm pulling you back.
Bright light.
It's done, champion.
You think Condimech is pretty popular on Serasim from what you've seen? Okay, that's good to know. Nothing truly outstanding there. But your Condimech would be quite chill. So the best, yeah, it depends on strategy we go, but yeah, the best thing about the it's definitely just the range cleave you get. Having the Wizard's Portal Tome there, super handy. Okay, we need a DPS. Strikes. Edit. So it is time for Kaineng Overlook. Where did our character go there? Kaineng Overlook. Sven, not sure if it's been discussed in your streams or not, and you've missed it, but what do you speculate will be in the next X-Pack? We have, like, somewhat discussed that at various points, especially during Drops Week, but I would probably expect us to go somewhere into the miss. Vagabond, welcome in, it's great to see you, but I feel like going through some sort of a miss portal opens up a whole host of possibilities for us. And in terms of features, I'd probably expect to see new weapons for each class in the same way that the new weapons from Seekers of the Obscure were implemented. I expect them to do that again. But what do you expect to see, and what would you like to see? Also new elite specs and Menzies comeback. I would love new elite specs. I don't know if we'll ever get it, but I would love it.
matters in private. But his deathbed's go. Refreshing.
Eat my dust.
Enjoy the view.
Sharper still. Sharper still.
I represent Kanto's future. You're mere pests.
Made Aurora yesterday. Feels good. Now you can focus on adding an item. Well, congratulations on making Aurora. That is awesome. Aurora's a huge accomplishment.
This is the best part. Wrong. Armored up. No. Say synchronized.
Sharper still.
Strength in pairs.
History is mine.
Clear the air.
And yeah, vision does require a lot. But you just take your time and you will get there. But vision is definitely the harder of the two to go for.
Impatience now. It's unbecoming. Mental net death.
Set him up for the kill.
Oh, that was spicy beyond all recognition there.
Sharp blade, sharp
I
knife.
should not have done that.
You think you're any match?
Hey Taro, thank you so much for the sub, mate. I really appreciate you. Enjoy, no more ads, and your wonderful ad emotes.
Sharp blade, sharp mind. Set him up for the kill.
Armored up. Eat my dust.
You're finished.
Nice.
Vile fools! How dare you soil my nation?
If someone can tank it, that'd be great. If not, then that's fine.
You?
Seriously. Armored up.
I mean, you'll go past the target. Do we get a bunch of reses? And sure, welcome in. Started Aurora 2 days ago. Finished all hero tokens. One, just so tired already. Well done. You've made such great progress so far. But the Draconis Mons step is a bit annoying, but you will be done with it eventually. Bow and arrow. Welcome in power mech. Do you need to be near your mech to have good DPS? Yes, or more appropriately, your mech needs to be near you. So you just, if you want to get the most DPS, you need to somewhat just keep tabs on where it is and just occasionally recall if it gets too far away.
Sharp blade, sharp mind.
The compact is
Nice.
Enough! Enough!
Cool, that one is taken care of. Yeah, so 14 or 16 days or something you have to do Draconis Mons hearts. It's a bit annoying. But yeah, just work on them every day. Sasha, welcome in. Just passing by because you missed quite a bit of streams, but has the Guild Wars 1 journey concluded? No, not necessarily. It's going to be a little bit before we return to Guild Wars 1, but I'm 100% planning to in the future. This one. Because yeah, on the weekends we're going to be focusing on Sarah's progression for a bit. Wednesdays we do shenanigans on NA. But does leave a bit of time on Mondays that we can do stuff for Guild Wars 1. Is there new Guild Wars 2 content released recently? Yeah, there was the final patch for the Janthea Wilds expansion. That released about 2 weeks ago, thereabouts. Okay. Strike missions, advertise. Soto dailies. Thank you, Belazon, for the follow as well. And they full Guild Wars 1 day, like, potentially. So we've also made such wonderful progress on our full Legendary journey as well recently, so that's been hype. Okay, no, not turned on challenge mode, wrong one. Start recording.
You can never have too much treasure.
Okay, let's get the ready check. Okay, now we'll try and get a bit of practice for Sarah CM. I'll just wait on Razed here. Yeah, that timing seemed to work pretty well.
Inside dust.
Sharp blade, sharp mark.
The compact.
Dodge this. Set him up for the kill.
Evaded, cool, that was the right timing. Oh no, Farah's pushing ahead.
Sharp blade, sharp mark.
Gossek, welcome in, mate. It's great to see you.
You're finished.
May the sands take you.
Clear the air.
Rocket punch. The compact is slow. That was better than I expected.
Torment. Hey, another.
I was right about there. Ouch. Bit of a dud swap there. We'll just wait till the next one to catch up.
You're finished.
Sidestep.
Still. Barely. Try it.
Good. You will obey.
Sharp blade, sharp mark.
Don't know if we can catch a Pharaoh in this time. Don't think it's possible. We must believe. No, we messed up our swap. Damn. Oh, well done, Pharaoh. Easy CM left so clean. Yeah, that's our CM prog done right there. But well done, that was good. I'll load up on more coffee soon, actually. But yeah, thank you all so much, everyone, for hanging out. It's still absolutely wild that, you know, regularly there's over 100 people and chilling out with us playing Guild Wars 2 here. Like, I really appreciate it. It's still absolutely surreal. It's unfair that it's just easy to DPS on a class. I know, and the fact you actually do have a bunch of baked-in utility as well, it's really good. Yeah, let's load up on those. More Mystic Coins is some value. I'll just yeet those. Sell junk. Send that to the void. Eat those. Yeah, let's just sell those. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Let's open up all those.
Nice gear.
The idea behind builds like these is that they're easy to reach the DPS ceiling, but it is significantly lower than other builds. So it's easy to do okay, but you can never really do great. Yeah, that's very much the case with Power Mech in particular, especially once they actually tuned it down to a reasonable level. It's very easy to get quite good DPS. But if you compare that to someone who's really, really experienced, and Uncle, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, welcome in, Raiders. My name is ConnorConCarne. You can also check me out on my YouTube channel there, where we do all sorts of Guild Wars 2 guides. What is up, Uncle? It's so good to see you. Hope you're having a great day. What you get up to on your stream? Everyone, go check out Uncle over on their Twitch. And Afari, thank you for coming along. Really appreciate that. Yeah, we just finished up doing some strike missions on EU, did IBS 5, Dragon Storm, EOD, Soto dailies. Was a very good time. We had a whole bunch of tech talk about potential like PC upgrades down the track. Honestly, that was like a solid hour of the initial parts of the stream. Been playing some Herald and some Power Mech. It's been very, very good. Hey, thank you so much for the raid and for trusting us with your community. I really appreciate it.
You can never have too much treasure.
Nice. We've got some more ectos there. Pioneer, you just doing your weekly and meta routine. That sounds good. Yeah, we managed to do our weekly as well on this account, so that's pretty high. Might see if there is anything, you know, obscenely valuable that we can get. We're kind of getting to the point now where we've blasted out all the super high value stuff. Let's see. Thanks for change. Vari did a really good job of inflicting us with the chains. Let's see. So we've got some stuff here. What's worth getting? We can kind of tell at a glance. Finish off the rest of the laurels. Tomes of knowledge as well, actually. And then I think heavy crafting bags.
Until next time.
I'd rather play a harder, more interesting build, something to bore yourself to death with. Playing something like Rifle Mech or Hammer Guard. I think at least, like, I tend to agree. Is why, even though I will make a guide on things like Pistol, Deadeye, Daredevil, Core Thieving, stuff like that. Like, I will occasionally play it. I won't play it that much though, because I'm sort of in the same boat. It's good for me to play for like, I don't know, an hour or so, but I'm like, okay, I need to go do something that's a bit more engaging, because I do love the combat system in Guild Wars 2. So I'll play them for a bit, and then I'll go play something else that I do find more interesting. Something like Revenant or Renegade, or like Soul Beast, Power Vert, Chrono, any of those things that are inherently a bit more interesting to me personally. Let's go grab some of these. But yeah, they're a very useful tool to have at your disposal, especially if you just want to get in and blast and you want good, consistent results. And enjoy your food there, Uncle. Thank you for the raid. It was great meeting you too. You take care. Let's grab right there. Yes, Guild Wars 2. More spirit shards. Let's check on Guild Wars 2 efficiency. Crafting. I should have just had the legendary sigil up. Using our own mats. Just want to see what tier of materials I do kind of need the most of. And yeah, I completely agree. It's great that there is, you know, some refinement and effort put into the low intensity builds. Because yeah, if you are not aware of just how builds work in Guild Wars 2 and what actually makes a good build and what areas it makes sense to simplify and bring about that low intensity build, it is very, very easy. Those legendary sigil. It's very, very easy just to make a build that doesn't make any sense, and then you end up with like really low DPS. Whereas if you get something that's got a little bit more refinement to it, a little bit more thought to it, and then people take that, they're going to get just drastically better results. And like so many, like if you mess up a few traits, you can significantly just gimp your DPS. It's very easy to do. Might not be the most, it's not the most profitable, but I'm just going to get the heavy bags because I'm going to need just huge portions of them. Whereas the other items, even though they may be more valuable, will be spread out over more sigils. So at least this can allow me to tunnel vision 1. So we'll just get the heavy bags. Yeah, there are so many traps you can fall into that neuter your damage or sustain. Yeah, there really, really is. Like, you miss a few damage modifiers, swap out some utility skills to things that might be a bit more, I don't know, defensive focused or may seem to be a bit more convenient. And if you get the wrong gear, wrong runes, wrong sigils, because there's so many individual points of the builds, you get the wrong food as well. It's so easy to just have all these little, not mistakes, but little decisions that drastically lower your DPS, and you might not necessarily be aware of why. Especially when, you know, Arc DPS isn't native to Guild Wars 2, it's super hard to judge your DPS, just generally playing the game. It's hard to judge how you're actually doing. But excellent, we're going to go stretch our legs, and we'll be back in a few minutes, so enjoy your video in the meantime. Welcome back, friends. Since its release, BlishHUD has been the Guild Wars 2 add-on that I've come to rely on the most. I use it to speed up my map completion, control my mounts, find my items, and so much more. So today, we're going to walk you through exactly what BlishHUD is, how to set it up, and some of the best features you can add to it to take you to the Guild Wars 2 promised land. First up, BlishHUD is effectively just an overlay that you'll run alongside Guild Wars 2 and it will display things on top of the game. The best example of this will be the pathing module, which will display various paths and markers over your game that will update in real time. The more modules that you add to it, the more features that you can start to take advantage of. So let's dive on into the installation. First up, I am in no way affiliated with BlishHUD. It's simply a very cool tool that I use. It does not alter your game's files in any way, and just runs over the top of Guild Wars 2, and I've used it for several years. I get asked all the time on my streams how to set it up, so the time has come to share this with you, so you can use it however your heart desires. Simply download the latest version of BlishHUD from the BlishHUD website. I've included the link in the description below. Extract the zip file to whatever location you prefer. I have mine saved in my documents folder. Simply click the BlishHUD executable and we're off to the races. Open up Guild Wars 2 and notice the cute little Blish icon in the top left of your screen. And that is it for the first part of the installation. Simply open up BlishHUD whenever you want to use it, and it should work perfectly. Now, without adding in any modules, BlishHUD is not going to do a whole lot. So let's go through and add in our first modules. Click on the BlishHUD settings and go to the module repo. From here, we simply work our way down the list and add in whatever we like. We'll start with the pathing module, which is easily one of the most useful ones I find. You can simply click on install or update in my case, given I already have it installed, and we are good to go. We'll then head over to our manage modules section and enable the module that we just added. You'll either see another icon pop up on the top left of your screen to the right of our buddy Blish, or within the manage modules page. Here you can tweak the settings for each module as you'll see fit. I won't be covering the settings for every module, or else this video will be hours long. However, I've always found the settings to be fairly simple, and we are back. Welcome back, everyone. Okay, let's see where we are at. I need to probably actually sell a bunch of materials here. Let's do that, because our mat storage is getting a bit full now, and we're not a big fan of it. Could convert them to research nodes, or I could also not do that. Which that seems like a very fun plan. Let's just sell these. Yeah, just get rid of them. Get rid of them. They're purely just taking up space, and they're annoying for me to deal with. I will pay a bit more for convenience. Made a third legendary rune last night. You can't stop making these legendaries. It's so satisfying, and congratulations. I mean, you're getting, especially like runes and sigils, because they actually aren't all that expensive to make. You can really blast them out quickly, especially because we've gone through a new round of the Wizard's Vault as well, so there's a lot of really good gold up for grabs. Like even here, let's see. Those can go, those can go, those can go. Every time a new weekly comes around, it's a good time. Sell those, we can list them. Actually don't need the gold for quite a while. Won't be crafting probably another legendary rune this week. But yeah, all our sigils as well, they have been taken care of, which is nice. Not sigils. Yeah, all of our existing sigils that we've had. Grab that. Let's grab this and just tell that to update, because we did just lop off a bunch of that. Okay, so there's a few other things that we do need to do to keep things rolling on this account. Eventually, what will be super good to do is to park all these characters in places that actually make sense. So it's going to be things like the Bureau Marches chess. Probably a few other chests as well. Everything else will probably be flax farming. Because yeah, the sheer amount of gold we'll be able to make from that will be significant. But let's get this character here in a position to actually start being leveled as well. We'll do that. This character's already chilling here. Okay. Yoink that. Because hey, once we level this character, there's actually going to be, I think it's like 25 more spirit shards. Which is actually pretty good. It's pretty damn good, actually. Okay. Grab all those. Let's get some 18 slot bag. Yeah, let's just get... What do we need? 4 of these? 4. And yeah, I'm looking forward to having lots of liquid gold as well, especially once, you know, both accounts are effectively in full legendary. The gold's just going to be rolling in. Piece of candy corn. 1, 2. Did I not do that? There we go. Take all that. That there, that there, that there, that there. Let's get some snowflakes. There we go. Look, all the gold that we earned tonight, we'll just yeet it on levels. Just want to fill your guild bank. That's a totally valid goal to work towards as well. Although we're probably, once we get to full legendary, we're probably going to start just juicing this account with quality of life, like shared inventory slots, bank tabs, all that good stuff. Out there. Cool, that gets us some progress. Right. Avinash, welcome in. Just wondering if you use the skip level coin. I assume you mean the level 80 boost. Is there still a lot to do? Oh, yeah, absolutely. The level 1 to 80 experience. Let's just see here if I can go to a guild. Go to, here we go, the Legion. The level 1 to 80 experience is probably only about sort of 8 to 15 hours of actual gameplay. If you are a new player, I don't recommend instantly boosting your character to 80, because one, like, you're going to get to level 80, it's going to sort of give you some gear and a build and all that, but you're going to miss out on a lot of just gameplay experience. It's going to help you get familiar with the game, and it's also just going to flood you with information. Like, it's just going to throw all your traits and everything at you. You're not really going to understand what's going on. And it's going to put you in one of the hardest areas, especially for newer players in the game, the Heart of Thorns expansion area. So I'd maybe wait to do that, maybe at least until you've played the game for a bit. And maybe once you've got bored of leveling experience, or ideally do it on not your first character, like your second or third or something. But yeah, the leveling experience is a drop in the bucket. PD, welcome in. Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Connor, or ConnorConCarne. You can also check me out on my YouTube channel there, where we do all sorts of Guild Wars 2 guides. PD, what is up? Everyone go check out Perfect D, a fantastic friend of the stream, or an absolute legend and great Guild Wars 2 streamer. What is up, Panther? It is great to see you. Fiery, how are you going as well? Speedy, it's so good to see you as well. Double audio, joy. Thank you so much for the raid, PD. Everyone go check out PD, you won't be disappointed. What'd you get up to on your stream, mate? Essentially Living World Season 2, not hot, so it's fine. Well, technically, yeah, Living World Season 2, but you're right on the doorstep of Heart of Thorns, so that's probably where it's going to take you next. But yes, what did you get up to on your stream? Oh, you have a level 60, you just lost friends, so you quit after 12ish years. That's why you're debating about level skipping. Like, if you want to do it, feel free. Like, if you feel comfortable and ready for it, absolutely. But yeah, the leveling experience now, especially with the new player adventure guide, which you bring up your hero panel down to achievements, character adventure guide, you have like super chill achievements there. But yeah, they will flood you with experience, and you'll probably be level 80 within like, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours or something, super quick. Yeah, the game starts after 80. Yeah, honestly, the level 1 to 80 experience is the tutorial. Some AP farming for poultry meat for glacial shards. That's awesome. Yeah, because I imagine glacial shards and poultry meat now, because the new backpack, they're actually insanely profitable. So how much profit do you reckon you end up making? The game starts at 1 real. I mean, true, yeah, like the leveling experience is quite fun in Guild Wars 2 as well. But yeah, obviously access to all the endgame stuff, getting your endgame gear sorted out, and really access to a lot of the endgame things, it happens, post 80. And yeah, the leveling experience is a drop in the bucket compared to the amount of time you'll spend. Now, what character is like Ice Mage in WoW? Stopping with lots of AoEs. I haven't played WoW, so I don't necessarily know what translates to that, but you're probably looking something like Elementalist. That does sound conceptually a lot similar to an Ice Mage. Something like Reaper, like Necromancer. Reaper being its elite specialization is probably quite similar to that. Lots of AoEs, but obviously a lot of classes have different builds that will give you lots of AoE damage. But I'd probably say Elementalist or Necromancer are probably the closest bets to what you're looking for. Yeah, Elementalist covers WoW Mage. I figured, yeah, Elementalist is, conceptually the mage class in Guild Wars 2. And yeah, not much profit, you're using it all on yourself. Excellent. And how is the push for the legendary backpack going? Panther Necromancer is closer to Warlock. Okay, that's good to know. Arizona, how are you going? Welcome in, it's so good to see you. Hope you're having a great day. And everyone go check out Arizona over on Twitch as well. A fantastic Guild Wars 2 streamer. And yeah, huge supporter and organizer of Tyria Pride this year. So make sure you go check them out. Right now we are doing Griffin adventures to level our characters, because this is probably my favorite way to level. There we go. Reset. is Elemental's easy to use. It is one of the more difficult classes for new players to pick up because it has access to, you know, an insane number of skills compared to quite a few other classes. There's easy builds for it, but it can take a little bit to pick up. Hey, thank you so much for the donation as well. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you, Blow. You're an absolute legend. Really appreciate the support, mate. Thank you. Oh, damn, you pushed us to our goal as well. That is amazing. Thank you so much, mate. That is huge. You are an absolute legend. Thank you so much. Blue, you are a champion. Thank you so much for your support. Yeah, still so early in the month as well. Thank you so much. That is amazing. Thank you, my friend. But yes, everyone go check out Para as well over on Twitch. A fantastic streamer. Supported Tyria Pride. Make sure you go check them out. But yeah, honestly, there's a lot of really easy builds for honestly every class in Guild Wars too. But yeah, classes I tend to recommend for new players will be things like Necromancer because you get the second health bar, Ranger because you have the pet, and Guardian because you have a lot of just really good defensive utility that makes surviving much easier. $45, you're an absolute legend, mate. Thank you so much. That's amazing. Griffin Adventures. Basically, you do a Griffin Adventure. On average, it's a level per. Especially if you get quick at doing them. Granted, you do have to get a under-leveled character and bring it into an expansion area, which is not ideal. Oh, damn, that's annoying. Up we go. One tap. There we go. Whoop, there we go. A little bit fiddly, but we actually maintained a lot of speed there. That's fun. But how have you been going, Para? What have you been up to recently? Why does it have to be underleveled? Well, we're using it to level characters, so that's why it has to be underleveled. You can do it obviously on level 80 character. It's still like a really, really good spirit shard farm, but we're doing it for the purposes of leveling. So for that, it has to be underleveled. Now the problem with that is you'll basically just be one-shot by anything that attacks you, so just don't get attacked. Getting to this area in particular is a bit cursed. Are you just chilling now? All Tyria Pride pre-events are over now. We just have community and stream events left. That's awesome. And yeah, everyone make sure you check out the Tyria Pride events occurring at the end of June. June 28th and 29th, I believe. It's going to be a whole bunch of just amazing events tied up there. So yeah. Oh no. Ah! Woo, woo. Run! Oh no, hang on, I'm stuck in combat. This is the last place I want to be. And it's a bit annoying in this map because there's quite a few invisible walls. We always consider Guard to be the best new player class due to having access to so many different skills and mechanics, blocks, evades, reflects every type of boon, ports, fields, even if limited in type. Yeah, Guardian is a fantastic one. And Van Farin, you see that you often do character leveling, but you always miss the start. What's the reason to create new characters and leveling them up? The main reason we have so many new characters is because for the longest time we had the create a character redeem for 50k channel points. So viewers could, ask us to create a character according to their specifications, race, class, all that good stuff, even like customize it how they wanted. So that's why we have a lot of characters really on this account. And there's a lot of things we can use different characters for as well. One, you get like different build and equipment templates, so it's actually like super high value having them because it's cheaper to make a new character rather than you get the extra build and equipment templates. It actually works out to be cheaper gold-wise, which is hype. But yeah, you can park them in different places, have all different builds set up for different game modes, so you don't have to swap builds between PvE, PvP, and World vs. World, so it becomes easier from an organizational perspective. You can park them in different locations as well. Yeah, and Gifts of Exploration, Black Lion Keys, more alts to have builds on. Yeah, like I can do the level 10 story super quickly whenever it interests me, once a week to get a Black Lion key, so that's nice. Oh yeah, Greatsword Guardian is a fantastic combination. Guardian, I think, was my second main in Guild Wars 2. Ranger was my first. And chuck a quick left there. Okay, so what I like to do to level characters is just load them up with experience boosters and get them access to these Griffin adventures. It takes a little bit to set up at first because you have to sort of drag them to the expansion map and give them access to all the waypoints that they need. But it's actually also probably something I should do with a lot of my characters, is if I just load them up with experience boosters and park them at a Griffin adventure, I can just log in, Griffin adventure, log in, Griffin adventure, and I'll basically get a spirit shard each time, which will be insane value. Especially because spirit shards for me are one of the currencies I am always lacking because we make so many legendaries. Like spirit shards, I'm on like single-digit spirit shards at the moment. So I've been able to effectively get, you know, a spirit shard every minute is pretty good. And I don't really need any more waypoints in this map. We can go up here. Because yeah, whenever you load into any one of these maps, you'll get access immediately to the first waypoint. So it allows you to basically come in from the bottom of the map, which is actually why we use the Guild Hall in Windswept Haven, because it basically drops you out in Domain of Vabi. And then, yeah, you basically start somewhere random in there, you can port to the start, go into the next map. You basically go into the maps in reverse order, so it's actually pretty quick to progress through them. And drops? No, there are no drops, unfortunately. Not for another few months. Okay, where is Le Griffin Adventure? Over here. Oh, and birthday presents do give you a pretty decent amount as well. There we go, level up. As well, if I want to be really quick, I could max out cooking. That would give me like 9 levels and take me a few minutes. And cost me a few gold, really not that much. Oh, you finally got a new PC, thinking of coming back to Guild Wars 2 again. Hell yeah, you definitely should. And what kind of PC specs are you rocking, if you don't mind me asking? We had a huge talk earlier on tonight's stream about potential CPU upgrades I was considering. Although, probably what I just need to do is to not be a greedy piglet when it comes to like pushing my computer beyond what it can handle in terms of streaming. We flew a bit close to the sun earlier today.
Glad you heard the horn. Thanks for coming on short notice. What happened?
We had to like stop stream and then start it again, and then OBS was not playing ball at all. But we got it eventually.
Tell me how I can help. What's the plan? All ashore. You and the others can get in close. Blow open the side gate.
And Great Doodad, welcome in. Be careful if you get the 9800 X3D. It's apparently shorting out. Okay, well, that's good to know. Oh no, was kind of looking at a 7800 X3D if we were to go that route, or a 5900 XT, because that would suit my existing motherboard, so I wouldn't have to upgrade anything else. But even that feels a bit short-sighted.
There's no time to waste.
Yeah, you have the 7800 X3D. Nice. And what are you using spirit shards for? You're sitting around 6k currently? Nice. I use them for crafting legendaries. And yeah, because like this is a relatively fresh account, all things considered. Yeah, more power, more FPS. Are we allowed me to post a link to what you have? There's no links allowed in chat, unfortunately. But feel free to just like type the main specs. Mainly like, you know, like graphics cards, CPUs usually are the most interesting ones. But thank you for asking though. Let's do this Griffin adventure here.
Watching the skimmers play? I know. They're so graceful and majestic gliding around.
Oh, it's the wrong way. It's out this way. Where is it? Ah, up there. So you got a 9700X. Nice, that's good. And you got 32 gigs of RAM. Pretty sweet. It's also what I'm rocking as well. That's good. And a 7900 XTX. Oh, yeah, that's a good setup you got there. Yeah, like, that will blitz through Guild Wars 2. So yes, you should definitely come back. Let's grab that. I shouldn't have done that. That's fine. Still get ample time on this adventure. Cool. And we get that. That's really good. Yeah, that's an absolute banger of a setup there. Okay, let's take a look and see who else is online today. Actually, I haven't headed out to Maragon before, and they've been absolute legend and have hung out with us like many times. So let's go do that. In stream now, yeah, we're going to find someone to raid on out to now. So let's go and tee that up. Okay, thank you all very much, everyone, for hanging out with us this evening. We're going to send you out to Maragon Live, who is doing some EOD metas at the moment. So let's go show them all love and support that you have shown us. And we're going to be back again on Wednesday, where we're going to be streaming some more Guild Wars 2. Going to be starting off on NA. We might even spend most of the evening on NA, I think. Because, yeah, we're doing some raid trainings there. We're going to go get our weeklies done. It's going to be a great time. And Para, thank you for hanging out. And thank you so much, Blair, for the generous donation as well to Rainbow Railroad. I really appreciate that, mate. And you've pushed us past our goal. You're an absolute champion. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. But yeah, thank you all so much for hanging out. Thank you to PD, Uncle, Scarzy, Drew as well for the raids. That's super kind of you all. But yeah, we're going to rest up tomorrow. Going to do some more video editing. Keep an eye on our YouTube channel as well. Going to be a new guide coming out soon once I get some other videos complete as well that both Jess and I are working on. But yeah, that is not that far off done. I just really need to get around and actually manage my time a bit better. But yeah, thank you all so much. I will be there on Wednesdays. If anyone can join for raids again, hell yeah, looking forward to that. But yes, you all take care. We're going to catch you all on Wednesday. There will not be any technical issues, mark my words, but we'll see you all soon. Cheers. Learning how to play your class is going to make everything you do in Guild Wars 2 so much easier. But it's hard to know where to start. So today I'm going to walk you through exactly how I learn a new class and show you just how quickly you can become an absolute powerhouse in Guild Wars 2. I've put countless hours into Guild Wars 2. I've spent the last 2 years making guides on YouTube and squirreled away hours learning build after build after build. So after all this time, I can say without a shadow of a doubt, a bit of time learning your class as early as possible is one of the best things you can do to get the most out of your Guild Wars 2 experience. Being better at playing and piloting your class is going to make everything you do in Guild Wars 2 easier. And good news, everyone, this learning process doesn't even have to take that long. Today we'll be focusing on practicing your PvE builds. It's also my area of expertise, so cool bean. With a bit of preparation, a can-do attitude, and me to walk you through the process,